James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Episode of the Lewis Sports Network. Your boy is back. How was everybody doing? It is the Brooklyn Nets against the Indiana Pacers. I know there's no Kyrie Irving tonight, but we're still going to do this game. Salute to Pacer Nation and Brooklyn Nets Nation, man. Go Brooklyn, go. You already know how it is. It is your boy Lewis back out with another live stream, yet another video. You already know the deal. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys are sharing this on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. So I am back. Had to take a couple of days off. Tried to do some streams, but was not able to because of how busy I ended up being. But hey, I am back, ready to do this game. NBA basketball is back on the Lewis Sports Network. Once again, salute to everybody, man, and make sure to share this video on your social media platforms, man. How is everybody doing? Everybody is doing well. Gonna get ready, man. So we got a 7 o'clock game between Brooklyn and Indiana. Make sure to stay tuned later tonight as I put in the community post about World Series video to do in terms of MLB throwbacks. I will be doing this on another live stream later tonight. It is called the 2001 World Series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the New York Yankees. I will be doing a live reaction to highlights and then my analysis on how the series went. Being me and a fellow Yankees fan, I know it was more than a game, but you know, it really, really disheartened me the way we lost that series against Arizona. But you know, it is what it is, but it's always good to always go back to memory lane to understand the importance of that World Series. So I want to go back and just check up on it, man. But hey, but for right now, we're doing basketball, man. Pacers and Nets. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's doing well. Shout out to Pedro Walker. What's going on? Shout out to Jay in the building. Appreciate you. In terms of the Miles Leonard thing, number. So it looks like I'm having a little bit of a connection problem, but hopefully my connection is able to hold up throughout the stream. Again, like the video as you guys come in. It's been a minute. Last game I did was the Spurs and the Mavericks, I believe. That was the last game I did. So we are in the confined state of Indiana for Indiana basketball. So right now, the Brooklyn Nets are looking like the best team in the Eastern Conference other than the Philadelphia 76ers right now. Currently, they're at the number 2 spot in the East. Let me just go to the standings for today's games. All right, so in the standings, we got the Philadelphia 76ers at 28-12. Brooklyn is coming in second at 27-13. They are 16-6 at home, 11-7 on the road. If we look at the playoff picture, Brooklyn is obviously the 2 seed. Atlanta has won 6 in a row, so they actually passed the Knicks because the Knicks had I think it was a 10-point lead against Philadelphia last night, and we lost that game. So now we're in the A spot, and we are 20-21. Chicago is trailing the Knicks by a game and a half for that final 8th and final playoff spot. Indiana is out of the playoffs currently. They right now are 17-21. But again, in Indiana's case, they've had a lot of injuries, so chemistry has been a problem with them. So that's kind of been the reason why they have not been able to be on the court together. Once the reports connected, a reason to possibly the Heat and all the Thunder wanted was a second rounder. We knew the player heading to Thunder was a given. Oh yeah, that's facts. Yeah, we knew. And then Brooklyn's dealing with injuries of their own. I'm hearing Kevin Durant is possibly going to be out for a little bit longer. So let's look at our out-of-town scores. Right now, there's no game pretty much going on right now, but we got the Raptors and the Pistons. We have our game coming up. We got the Bucks and the Sixers. We got the Kings and the Wizards. We got the Spurs and the Bulls, Celtics and Cavs, Warriors and Rockets at 8, Hornets and Nuggets at 9 o'clock, the Heat and the Grizzlies at 9, and then the Clippers and the Mavericks to round off the nightcap at 9:30. So, you know, these are the games that are going on tonight. Again, there is no Kyrie Irving for tonight. Hope you guys enjoy the background that I got going on here. Could switch it up as well, but you know what it is. So I'm going to look at the starting lineups for both teams, and it should be I'm wondering, okay, so obviously we know Dinwiddie is out with his injury with the ACL. KD's still out with that left hamstring. He looks like he's going to be out a little bit longer. We know that Anthony Davis for the Lakers, he's going to be out until at least April. Caris LeVert made his return, I believe, against the Phoenix Suns. Good to see him back on the NBA court after having that issue with his kidney after he got traded from the Houston Rockets when the Nets traded him off to Houston and part of that James Harden deal. So good to see him back. Good to see him on the court again. So, blessings on the way go to Caris LeVert. Again, guys, make sure to like the video as you guys come in, and we're going to get ready to do this NBA game in just a bit. Any Brooklyn Nets fans, Pacer fans in the building, let me know right now, man. I'll make sure to shout you out, man, once this game gets started. And once again, like I said, make sure you guys tune in later tonight. I'm going to be on another live stream because I also have just been looking at other live streams to kind of help, promote the video and stuff like that. And, I would like to do it. I just hope that some of these other apps, live streaming apps, they kind of get the green screen effect because there are probably like 2 other ones that I actually really like because of how quick it is and it takes less and it does less. G Money, I know you were born in Brooklyn. Yeah, you mentioned that like a long time ago. I know you were born from Brooklyn. I just said Brooklyn Nets fans in general, like other than you. Well, I'm not saying you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, but I'm just saying like Brooklyn Nets fans who are just fans of the Nets. You don't have to be from Brooklyn to be a Brooklyn Nets fan. Miles Turner has to bring it going forward, man. He's not playing up to his $18 million contract. Yeah, I've been very disappointed in Miles Turner. I thought he would be much better. He probably, out of anybody, probably had the most potential out of the Indiana Pacers since he's been a mainstay. Yo, shout out to Karam in the building. What's good, bro? What's going on, man? What's good? Again, guys, like and share this video as you guys come in. Okay, so Caris LeVert was traded on January 13th. MRI revealed a small mass in his kidney. It was official on January 16th after he got traded. He got the surgery on the 25th of the month. And then he just debuted against the Phoenix Suns on March 13th. Miles Turner might be traded to the Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, or the Hornets. I wonder who the Lakers are going to give up if they're going to try to get Miles Turner to come to the Lakers. Because the thing is, when you look at the Lakers, they don't really have that many assets like that. Yeah, the thing with Indiana is they have to get healthy. And they just have to get healthy, and it's just chemistry. Jim Money says this could be a future playoff preview if Indy could get the 7th or 8th seed. Well, remember, even despite the issues that the Pacers have had this season, for one stretch they were obviously in the middle of the pack in the Eastern Conference, but right now they're out of the playoff bubble right now. Jay says no with that. Not with that. His single average versus top tier teams as a whole, waste of 18 million. That's another problem that I'm having. Like, he should be better than that playing against better teams in the league. The fact that he's scoring other double digits against the top teams in the league, what is that telling you about Miles Turner? It's almost like now it's he's going to turn himself into a role player when this guy had what all-star potential. This is my problem too with today's NBA. The money is so. Some of these guys get these, they make a lot of money. They get this nice little deal. Then they don't live up to their contract, and it's more so now than ever. That just speaks in volumes to today's NBA, and that's why I always mention about that. Why does it take some guys like such a long time to kind of work on their skills, especially working on their fundamentals? And because they don't do that, Well, part of the reason he's kind of an overrated rebounder is because he shoots a lot more. PJ Tucker got traded to the Bucks. I mean, he gives him the corner 3-point shot and he gives him physical defender. But I mean, it's all right, but they need. Shout out to Hayden Sports in the building. What's going on? I mean, they need that, man. But it's like, again, guys, make sure to like the video as you guys come in and make sure to share this video as well. I mean, I'm doing all right. How's everything with you? Hope everything has been good. Like I said, if you're a fan of baseball, shout out to Raduni. What's going on? Again, guys, like this video as you guys come in. I'm like, man, this is taking a while. Hayden says, my thoughts on the Nuggets. I really don't have any thoughts on the Nuggets, man, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like I said, with Denver, they've been a little bit disappointing. Jokic has been unbelievable this year. Jokic is doing his thing. I just don't see the Nuggets going far. And like I said, I felt like that bubble last year really exposed a couple of NBA teams. Not just the Nuggets, but a couple of NBA teams. I just don't see the Nuggets going far. And it's like if they're going far, Jamal Murray's going to have to step his game up. All right, man, starting lineups for both teams. For the Nets, we got Bruce Brown, Joe Harris, DeAndre Jordan, Landry Shamet, and James Harden for the Brooklyn Nets. For the Indiana Pacers, we got Justin Holiday, Domantas Sabonis, Miles Turner, Caris LeVert, and Malcolm Brogdon for the Indiana Pacers. Good, guys. Make sure to like this video as you guys come in, man. And again, salute to everybody. Shout out to Ziggy. He says Kyrie is not playing. No. Kyrie is not playing tonight. No, he's out. I'm guessing it's maybe due to injury or maybe due to rest. I don't know if Kyrie got hurt. He might have. I'm not even sure. DJ Augustine was the wrong one to move, though. Bucks needed that depth in the playoffs. That's going to be a big loss for them. It was good to have DJ Augustine is a good backup point guard to have in the postseason. Like I said with Denver, man, it doesn't matter for me in the regular season. The fact that they got as far as they did, that's the reason why I'm expecting more out of them. That's why regular season for me doesn't matter with them. Because they went to the Western Conference Finals, expectations are much higher. Okay, man, so the Brooklyn Nets have got the tip. James Harden with the ball. He dribbles. He gets pushed out of bounds by Michael Brogdon, so the Brooklyn Nets will keep the basketball. Again, we are scoreless right now to start this game. Once again, salute to everybody. Pacer fans, Brooklyn Nets fans, salute. And we're going to get started with this game. So James Harden on the inbound. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Lobs it inside to DeAndre Jordan. Pacers fall asleep, and he just gets an easy pathway to the basket. And the Brooklyn Nets lead 2-0, man. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here come the Indiana Pacers back down the court. Here is Malcolm Brogdon coming up on the left side of the court. Malcolm Brogdon dumps it right there to Sabonis. Sabonis looking up, tries to dump it right inside to Miles Turner, gets good position, tries to hook, and he gets blocked by DeAndre Jordan in the paint, but they call a goaltend. With the referee, is that ball was on its way up? That's a bang play, I think, in my opinion, but the call is goaltend. James Harden with a beautiful bounce pass inside the lane. Bruce Brown, he gets blocked, but he gets called for the foul. There was contact by Sabonis. Oh, they said no. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be off for Brooklyn. So they said no foul call. So all right, man. So here's Brogdon with the ball. Brogdon coming up on the left side, playing. Yeah. Sorry about that. It's just I got to figure out what's going on with this lag. Unfortunately, it's been an issue for quite a while now. And as I say that, Sabonis with the lob pass inside over to Miles Turner, and Miles Turner is able to get the score. So we got a 4-2 game. Pacers up 4-2. Joe Harris shoots a three-pointer, drains it. Brooklyn takes a 5-4 lead right now. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Again, my apologies for the lag, but it's been happening for quite a while now. That's because the internet has been kind of tough over here. All right, 5-4 is the score. Here comes Brogdon, comes off a Sabonis screen, floats it up with the right hand. Nice little floating shot by Malcolm Brogdon. He scores. Pacers take a 6-5 lead. Good anticipation by Justin Holiday on the steal. He gets doubled in the corner, and did they force a jump ball? Don't know if they forced a jump ball. Not sure if they forced one, but yes. See, my stream was just freezing right there for a second, and then it just came back. So, all right, James Harden with the ball. Hesitation, drives up to the middle, tries to lob it to DeAndre Jordan, loses the ball, and wow, they was able to score anyway. Somebody got the tip. Looks like it was Harden. So Brooklyn takes a 7-6 lead. Here comes Malcolm Brogdon, floats it up once again. It is short. Offensive rebound. The ball is taken to Landry Shamet. Gives the ball to James Harden. Here he comes on the left side. He crosses over, goes to the middle, kicks it out. Extra pass by Joe Harris. Shamet shoots a three-pointer. He can't hit, and the rebound is off to Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon gives it off to LeVert. LeVert shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it. Or was that Justin? Yeah, that was Caris LeVert. He knocks down the three. Pacers take a 9-7 lead to start. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Share on social media platforms. Truly appreciate that. And ladies and gentlemen, again, salute to everybody in the chat. And as I say that, good penetration by the Nets, good ball movement by Joe Harris. And then we got a bump foul by Miles Turner as he closed out on Joe Harris to try to shoot the three. Looks like Joe Harris was going to fake and then drive left. But okay, guys, make sure to like the video as you guys come in. As LeVert hits that three-pointer. Okay, so we got a beautiful move by Landry Shamet getting to the basket, but he can't finish on the layup. Oh, no, sorry, that was Joe Harris, excuse me. Caris LeVert with the ball. Hesitation, comes off the Sabonis screen. They try to lob it, and another forced turnover, but and then just a poor pass by, was that Brogdon who passed it to Sabonis? Yeah, that was Brogdon with the Sabonis, and then there's a unforced turnover by the Indiana Pacers after that. Yeah, I might have to start doing that to make sure. Harden passes it off, and then we got Bruce Brown on the floater. Nice floater by him, and we are tied at 9. The Nets are the most talented team in the Eastern Conference. Fully healthy Ziggy, they going to the finals. All right, man, so we got a missed three-pointer on a step back by Caris LeVert. So here's James Harden with the ball. Brooklyn's got it. James Harden with the hesitation, crosses over. James Harden gets all the way to the basket. Deflected. They quickly pass it to Joe Harris on the right wing for three. Ooh, but it rattles in and out. Shout out to Brandon Nicholson in the building. What's going on? All right. Brogdon gets into the lane, and another turnover by Brogdon on a jump pass. Here comes Bruce Brown. Goes coast to coast. Goes up, and he gets fouled by Miles Turner. That's going to be foul number 2 on Miles Turner. That's another thing with Miles Turner. So we got 8:13 remaining in the first quarter. We are tied at 9, ladies and gentlemen. Brooklyn and Indiana tied at 9. Yeah, that's another problem with Miles Turner has. He has a tendency to get into early foul trouble, so he has a hard time staying on the floor. So Bruce Brown knocks down the free throw as he got into the paint. Score is 10-9. Brooklyn is up by 1. You already know what it is with these notifications. That's why I always stress on post notifications all the time. Shout out to Zay Green in the building. What's up, bro? I've been trying to catch you, bro. You were chasing me? No, I'm messing with you. All right, shout out to Zay Green in the building. Miles Turner gets into the paint, and wow, we got an offensive foul? Looks like James Harden got hit. If that's on Miles Turner, that's going to be his 3rd foul. Let's see if James Harden does a little bit of an acting job. Yep, he did a little bit of acting job. The elbow's not much, but just enough to get the call if you're able to sell it. I think DJ Augustine was a big loss, man, to give to PJ Tucker. I think you need to have that backup point guard in terms of your depth into the playoffs. Have another player. I think he does a solid job of running the team. So I think that's going to be a big loss for the Bucks. So we got 7:59 remaining. Brooklyn is Okay, my fault, guys. My fault. Gonna change the score 1 second. We got an 11-9 game right now. Apologies for all this lag that's going on. I really have to check these internet connections. The Bucks have been sleeping in their own bed. When are they gonna wake up? That's been the case with them this whole time. I don't believe in none of those three teams. I don't believe in the Celtics. They just lost to the Jazz. Yeah, Karam was on it. Karam was on it on the move. All right, guys. So we got 7:59 remaining. Score is 11-9. Zay says, "Do you think KD's really hurt?" Who knows, man? Who knows? So we got another. So Miles Turner then gets a technical on top of that. So James Harden knocks down another free throw. It is 12-9. Actually, 2 shots on the ball, so it's a flagrant 1. And now Brooklyn takes a 13-9 lead. Let me just update the score for you guys right here on the channel, here on the stream. I think it's also could be for some reason that I guess the laptop probably might not handle, I guess, all of the. It's gotta be the drop. I gotta see. I'm gonna have to change the router. I'm gonna have to also check on the modem as well. All right, James Harden with the ball. They give it off to Joe Harris, and then the ball gets stolen by Sabonis. Good anticipation by him. Sabonis eludes Harris, but then Harris strips him from behind to prevent the easy 2 points, and then it's picked up by Justin Holiday. Caris LeVert tried to get over. Sabonis decides to take the jump shot. He can't hit, and the rebound is off to James Harden. All right, man, so we got Harden with the ball. Harden gets to the middle, passes it off to DeAndre Jordan. He actually almost traveled, but Pacer defense keeps finding themselves on one side of the court, and DeAndre's gotten some 2 easy ones. 8-0 run by Brooklyn. They lead 15-9. Here is Sabonis looking, gives it off to Justin Holiday. Sabonis dumps inside, puts the pump fake up, and he's able to put it in with the left-hand hook on DeAndre Jordan. 15-11 Indiana. Shout out to Jared Williams in the building. Appreciate you, man. It might be the Achilles. Who knows? Oh, and then nice aggressive move by Bruce Brown. But the ball is going to stay with Brooklyn. I think they keep saying lingering hamstring. To be honest, I look at Anthony Davis and I look at Kevin Durant, and I think the Nets and the Lakers are both hiding their injuries. All right, man. So we're on a commercial break. The Nuggets beat the Bucks 128-97 before the break, but I see what you're saying by not going for it. Oh, no. Here's the thing, Hayden, what you got to understand. When you're able to analyze a game, what are your eyes telling you when you watch the teams play? It looks real nice and stuff like that in the regular season, but remember, you want to win a championship. So does the regular season matters about positioning, but the playoffs, you're trying to win a championship. The playoffs is what matters because you're trying to make a run to the finals. That's the most important thing. It's about winning the chip. Getting to the playoffs doesn't mean anything if you're just going there year after year. Do you want to just get there year after year and we celebrate all these playoff appearances? It's a testament for how you guys are able to maintain a very good level of play. But we're talking about winning a championship. You're trying to win a title. So you want to win a title. And like I said before, when you're in a bubble, as I call it, the isolation chamber, and you go to the Western Conference Finals after you come back from a 3-1 lead that the Clippers blew, you got to come back hungry. But the problem is that it was a quick turnaround for all these players. But I could care less if they blow out the Bucks. I could care less if the Bucks blow out the Nuggets. Remember, the Bucks, they were supposed to get to the finals, and look what they did. They laid an egg against the Miami Heat. The Boston Celtics, who people were saying were finals contenders, they laid an egg against the Miami Heat. So the Philadelphia 76ers, Stephen A. Simp has kept saying for the last 3 years, the Philadelphia 76ers, they're going to go to the NBA Finals. Have the Sixers even gotten close to the Eastern Conference Finals? No. So that's my point where I say that I'm not a big believer in the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not a believer in the Boston Celtics. I'm not a believer in the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not a believer in the Utah Jazz, who have the best record in the league. But I'm sorry, I don't have faith in them neither. And guess what? I don't have faith in the Denver Nuggets. They don't defend. What's Michael Porter Jr.'s role? We don't know. And then Jamal Murray, which one are you going to get? Are you going to get the Jamal Murray that had that great first-round series against the Utah Jazz, or are you going to get the Jamal Murray that gives you 3 points in a regular season game? That's my thing. Nothing personal. That's just what I'm saying. Nothing personal. I mean, look at the Nets. They're 14th in defensive rating. They are 10th in opponents' points per game. They are second in the league in net rating and second in the league in offensive rating. And they're number one in points per game. All right, man. So 15-11 is a score. Got to change the score. Here is James Harden with the basketball. James Harden with the dribble. Decides to take the Africa step back and airballs it. So basically, you travel to a country, realize there was nothing there, so now you got to fly out of Africa. Got you, James. Got you. All right, so the Pacers get the ball back. We got ourselves a 15-11 Brooklyn Nets lead. Smash the like, hit that subscribe, share on social media platforms. We have 6:37 remaining in the first quarter. Sabonis misses the shot. The rebound is off to James Harden. Here comes James Harden on the break. Beautiful bounce pass inside to Bruce Brown. Goes up for the layup. He gets blocked. Pacers have the ball. Here's Justin Holiday. Picks it up. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here he is to Malcolm Brogdon on the right side. Brogdon with the dribble. Brogdon goes all the way to the baseline, and it looks like we got ourselves a foul on Landry Shamet as he tried to dribble on the baseline. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Shout out to LeBron James, the GOAT. If you have one blast splitter, then everything after that blast splitter is derailed. Yes, KD is serious, man, his injury, but they can't say. I think the Nets and the Lakers are both hiding the injuries of both AD and Durant as Malcolm Brogdon off the inbound knocks down the three-pointer. And we have ourselves a 1-point game. 15-14 is the score. Harden with the ball. Gives it off to Landry Shamet. Sorry, Joe Harris. Then gives the ball to Landry Shamet. Landry loses his balance a little bit. Gives the ball to James Harden. He sets a screen over on Justin Holiday. My screen went out for a little bit. Let me just refresh and we'll take care of this. Harden relocates and sets another screen. Pacers are now up 17-15. Harden with the Euro step. Crosses over, gets into the paint, count the basket, and plus the foul. So he'll get a 3-point play opportunity, and we are tied at 17. So Harden gets into the paint, does that patented Euro step. I told you, I patterned his game after Manu Ginobili. Words out of James Harden's own mouth, which is crazy. No, MPJ should have been more consistent at the start of the season. That's my problem. Now he's picking it up as of late, but I told you why that was going to happen. After what happened last year in the Western Conference in the second round, where he criticized his coach in public, I knew that they were going to do that to Michael Porter Jr. Again, he needs to find an offense in which he's comfortable in. Coach ain't doing that. All right, LeVert shoots a jump shot. Can't hit. Rebounds off to DeAndre Jordan. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here's James Harden with the ball. James Harden with the dribble. Attacks the basket. Goes up off the glass. He can't hit to give Brooklyn up 18-17 right now. They swing the ball. They give it over to Cabarrot. He misses the three-pointer. Here is Domantas Sabonis. Man, it's got good handles for a big man. Gives the ball to Brogdon. Brogdon with the push shot. Knocks it in. Knocks in the push shot. And the Pacers retake the lead. They're up 19-13. By the way, did you guys hear about Sean Bradley, former NBA player? He got himself into a car accident and now is paralyzed. I feel very bad for Sean Bradley, considering the fact that, he was a 7'6" guy who got abused by a lot of athletic guys in his time in the NBA. He was a good, decent, solid player. But again, I know people made fun of, obviously took advantage of his size. But my condolences to Sean. It's unfortunate he got paralyzed. I'm sorry to hear that. As I say that, beautiful interior passing by the Pacers. Caris LeVert with the penetration and dumps it off to Sabonis for the dunk. Pacers lead 21-18. So I'm sorry to hear that. And that's tough, man. I don't know how serious the paralysis. Listen, when you're paralyzed and there's no way that you can recover, you can't recover. You can't recover. Shout out to Ron in the building, man. Salute to you. Bucks need to trade Chris Middleton. Sixers need to trade Simmons. Clippers need to trade Point, at least PG. Nuggets need to trade Gary Harris. Lakers need to accept calls on Harold, Schroeder, KCP, Kuzma, and Matthews, and Marcus Gasol. All right, so Landry Shamet gets fouled. 21-18, he misses the free throw. We've only had one timeout. There's 3:48 remaining, but I'm pretty sure a timeout is coming up right now. Again, smash a like, hit that subscribe. Let's put 121 for Indiana. Anyway, knocks down 1 out of 2. Let me fix that score. So now the score is 21-19. We have ourselves a 2-point game. So far, it looks like it's going to be a low-scoring game. I can tell this might be an under. All right, as I say that, penetration over to Sabonis. He's able to score the basket. So the Nets are being hurt by LeVert's penetration. That's the second time he was able to get into the paint and pass it to Sabonis. He gets the basket plus the foul. So the Pacers now take a 23-19 lead and good for one more. Oh, don't forget the Celtics. Wait, what do you mean he's getting time? I thought he was in the starting line. I thought he was in the starting lineup, Hayden. All right, so we got a 24-19 lead as he knocks down the three-point play. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Pacers Nation, salute. Brooklyn Nets Nation, salute. All right, so DeAndre Jordan with the ball, gives it over to Cabarrot, dribbles all the way left, passes it out to Tyler Johnson, shoots a three-pointer. He trains it. And as I say that, we got ourselves a 24-22 game. So the Nets pulled back within 2. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Sabonis shoots a three-pointer, and it rattled in and out. I don't know why he shoots so many threes. And then nice offensive rebound. Was that Doug McDermott, Dougie McBuckets? If it is, nice play by him. And we are 26-22. Excuse me. First quarter action. And then we got a steal by Sabonis. Sabonis with the throwdown on the break. And the Pacers take a 6-point lead. 28-22. Timeout, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn getting careless with the ball right there. And we're going to have a timeout. So with 2:55 remaining in the first quarter, man, our score is 28-22. Pacers are up by 6. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Let me see. Knicks also need to trade Frank Ntilikina. I've been very pissed with him. Kevin Knox, he just doesn't have a role on this team. Rivers for a small forward of a point guard if we want to make the playoffs. Bullocks and Burks can go too. I'm more so for Reggie Bullock. Alec Burks isn't that bad. Reggie Bullock's got to go for sure. Jay doesn't know what he's talking about. Trading Kuzma, or really? No, Karam, he actually does know what he's talking about. He does. Kuzma, you have to understand something. Kuzma needs the ball in his hands. Yeah, he's had to adjust to his role, but that's just not Kuzma's game. Ryan says, Lewis, do you think the Nets are overly protecting Kevin Durant with his Achilles recovery or holding him so he could be 1,000% healthy? That's what I think. I think they're protecting Kevin Durant from him having a serious injury to the point where he cannot be able to perform because they need Kevin Durant for the playoffs. And you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kevin Durant's first full season back. Kevin Durant has been injury prone despite the fact that he's played enough games where he has scored over 20,000 points in his career. He needs to be healthy. It's imperative that he's healthy. All right, man. So we got 2:55 remaining in the first quarter. Score is right now 28-22. Indiana up by 6. They're showing Caris LeVert highlights. I still remember that time he put that 51 piece on the, was it 51? I think it was 51. If not 51, maybe 53, not sure, on the Boston Celtics. That was in Kyrie's last year. He got drenched with water. Yeah, 51 points. That was during that was the week before. That was the week before the shutdown. He had 37 points in that 17-minute stretch. 50 points in a win against Boston. Only 5 players have done it. LeVert, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Elgin Baylor, and Wilt Chamberlain did it twice. Well, Kareem, Elgin, and Wilt Chamberlain are the only 3 guys to do it twice. That's a pretty big company right there. All right, man. So Jeff Green checks into the game. Landry Shamet gets the ball, but looks like we're going to have ourselves a turnover, and it's going to be an offensive foul on DeAndre Jordan, setting the screen on Domantas Sabonis. 2:43 remaining, and the Pacers are going to have themselves right now a 6-point lead. All right, here's T.J. McConnell with the basketball. T.J. McConnell with the crossover. T.J. kicks it out to Justin Holiday. Or was that Aaron Holiday? No, that was Aaron Holiday, excuse me. McConnell gets the ball back, loses his balance, gives it over to Sabonis. He's open for the left wing 3, and he trains it. Pacers take a 9-point lead. They are up 31-22. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. See, that's also showing you sometimes that there's really lack of an impact as we got a missed 3 by Brooklyn. Back come the Pacers. Here's Brogdon with the ball. Brogdon gives it to Sabonis, and then they give it to Dougie McBucket. Shoots a 3-pointer off the screen. He can't hit, and the rebound is over to Bruce Brown. No, sorry, to Cabarrot. My bad. Cabarrot crosses over left, hesitates, kicks it out to an open Jeff Green, fakes a 3. Good job getting McBuckets off his feet, drops to the rim, goes up, misses, follows his own rebound, and he's able to knock it in. 31-24, 143 remaining right now in the first quarter. McConnell with the dribble. Gives it to Sabonis right back, trailing on the play. Sabonis with the Euro step gets into the paint. Nice step through in the paint. He scores. 33-24 is the score. Smash a like and hit that subscribe. And then as I say that, Landry Shamet misses a 3-pointer. Right now, Brooklyn finds themselves down 9. Here is Brogdon. Hesitates. Crossover. Push shot. Once again, he can't hit. Offensive rebound by Brogdon. They kick it out to an open McBucket. Shoots a 3-pointer. He drains it. And the Pacers with a 12-point lead to start. They lead 36-24. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves a foul on Doug McDermott. So we have a minute remaining right now, and the score right now is 36-24. Jay says, Karam, accept call. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I am embarrassed for a long-time Knicks fan because of the disrespect the past players Spike Lee that they have been getting from James Dolan. I said accept calls, Karam. You can try anytime. You tried last year and disappeared on your own after I told you about your Thunder last year in the bubble. Any day, anytime. Tyler Johnson looks like he got fouled on the play. So we got Aaron Holiday and Edmund Summer about to check in for the Pacers. God bless this Yahoo Sports app. It's allowed me to learn about all these players. Like now I'm more comfortable in saying their names because it's like sometimes when you're not following teams, it's like it takes you all kind of a while to get used to the name of the roster. All right, man. So Justin Holiday will take a seat. Aaron Holiday checks in. So does Edmund Summer. Why does Tyler Johnson look like that? I thought that was Anderson Varejao for a second. I mean, Varejau's a big guy. Tyler Johnson makes 1 out of 2 free throws, 36-25. There is Kyrie Irving. Oh, boy. Kyrie with his nonsense, man, wearing that shirt. Brooklyn's already got 9 free throw attempts, and as I say that, T.J. McConnell gets the bounce on his shot. 38-25. Pacers up 13. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. Here comes Jeff Green with the ball. Jeff Green with the dribble. Beautiful defense. Nice poke away by Aaron Holiday. McConnell picks it up. Aaron Holiday eludes. Beautiful step-through layup right there, and he scores. 40-25 is a score. Pacers up by 15. All right, man. Here's Cabarrot with the ball. We got 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter. He gets all the way into the paint, tries to layup, misses a wide-open layup, man, off the penetration, and the rebound is off to McConnell. McConnell tries to tie his shoe. Was he trying to tie his shoe? Okay, so we got about a 1-second difference between shot clock to game clock. The Pacers might get the last shot pretty much, I think. Brooklyn might get a short heave if they can. McConnell dribbles to the right, tries to dribble all the way, and looks like the Nets had a foul to give, so they decide to give it to him. So let me update the score, 38-25. The Nets defense has looked – the Nets problem in this first quarter has been their turnovers, and the Pacers are taking advantage of their points off turnovers. And that's what the Nets having 9 free throw attempts in this quarter. Sabonis with the ball on the left wing. Gives the ball off to Aaron Holiday. Takes this. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Edmund Summer who took a step back, and that's the end of the first quarter. Looks like they updated the score. So at the end of one, we have ourselves a 15-point game. Score after one is Indiana Pacers 40 and the Brooklyn Nets 25. You're watching the Pacers versus the Nets. Bankers Life Fieldhouse right here on the Lewin Sports Network. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, share on social media platforms. The Nets look awful right now. Lewis, what's your opinion of Ariza going to Miami and PJ Tucker to the Bucks? I mean, PJ Tucker is a solid pickup, but trading away DJ Augustine, I think, was a tough loss though. Trevor Ariza, I mean, what can Trevor give you at this age? You're hoping that he could give you the three-point shooting and the defense, but like I said before, they need a big, and they also need a go-to guy so that Jimmy Butler could be the complement player. I just don't know if Miami can make another finals push. Shout out to Ryan Johnson in the building again, guys. Make sure to like the video, make sure to share. Shout out to Pedro Walker, 40 points in the first quarter. Yep, Indiana's come out red hot. Brooklyn has been turning the ball over. He said, look at the Pacers. They're playing defense. The name Precious makes me laugh so much. Oh, yeah. I know. Like I said, I can't get over calling a grown man Precious in the NBA. We got a man named Precious out here. You know? I'm about to change my background. Nets have no defense. Yeah, they're not defending right now. The Nets are a middle of the pack defensive team. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised that they're top 10 in defensive rating. Just a little bit, not too much. It's showing they're capable. They're capable of playing defense, and it's funny because I criticized the Pacers defense early on in this game, but the Pacers have turned it around. They're actually playing better, but I think the Brooklyn has been kind of sloppy with the basketball. So we're getting ready for the second quarter, just about to start. G-Money says that your Stephen A video was funny. Sometimes he could go overboard as a Knicks fan. I'm going to tell you right now, G-Money, and I'm going to let everybody know, Stephen A is not a Knicks fan. He can say what he wants, but he's nothing but a bandwagoner, him and Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman was just talking about the Knicks, bad about the Knicks just the other day. They're not true Knicks fans. I don't care if they're from New York. They're not real Knicks fans. Those guys bandwagon to the narrative. Whatever's hot. Stephen A out here crying. That was pathetic. That was pathetic. That was completely pathetic. Stephen A embarrassed me as a New Yorker. He embarrassed me as a New Yorker. That was pathetic. That's why I laughed, because it was how pathetic it was. Stephen A is for entertainment, man. That's the reason he goes overboard for what he does. He tries to entertain, but guess what? I laughed because of how sad it was. It was just sad. All right, man, so we got a missed free throw. 41-25, Pacers up by 16. Again, nothing personal to Stephen A. All right, so we got that kid Claxton. A lot of potential right there. Gives the ball to Joe Harris. Joe Harris with the move, hesitates into the paint, and he scores. I got to give Harris a little bit of credit. I mean, he's not, obviously he's not that great. So the Pacers quickly get down the floor. They move the ball. Aaron Holiday with the pass. That was a terrible pass. And the Brooklyn Nets force a turnover. Here's James Harden. Coast to coast, goes all the way to the middle for the layup, and oh wow, he cannot hit it, and he's looking for a foul call. And as I say that, Edmund Summer gets all the way to the basket, and he scores. And the Pacers take a 43-27 lead. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Pacers up 16. And then we got another turnover by Brooklyn as Cabarrot can't even control the pass. So Brooklyn might find themselves by 20 if they're not down. We got to miss. Oh, McConnell with the heads-up play gets the steal. But anyway, into the hands of Cabarrot. And then Cabarrot almost loses it again. He loses it, and it's off his foot. Another turnover by the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, looks like McConnell got a piece of hand on James Harden. That's probably why he was complaining, but I still felt he kind of could have finished that, but it is what it is, man. So we got another turnover against Master Like It, that subscribe. All right, McConnell with the basketball. McConnell gets into the paint, and then he folds it up. Actually, he went on the baseline, but he tries to shoot it up, and he misses. Rebound to James Harden. James Harden goes all the way. He tries to dribble, and looks like we got ourselves a foul on – it looks like the foul was on Edmund Sumner trying to force a jump ball on James Harden as he drove right with his left hand. Yeah, there's a lot of turnovers happening right now. Brooklyn's just really sloppy with the basketball. They're just showing a lack of concentration. Tyler Johnson back in. Cabarrot is out. So Joe Harris with the inbound. Inbounds it to Jeff Green. Jeff Green gives it to Harris. Comes off the screen, shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it. We have ourselves a 43-30 game. It's funny because they said PJ Tucker was supposed to be a Laker, but he got traded to the Bucks. That's a tough loss. Anyway, we got a miss by the Pacers, and we got a kick ball by McConnell, who jumps up in the air as Harden tried to do a bounce pass on the fast break. So the Pacers are doing the little things to stop the Nets from getting fast break points. So that's kudos to them with their concentration. The Nets could get lackadaisical. Joe Harris tries to go up into the paint. He gets blocked on a double team, and then the ball is picked up by, I forgot the name of that player, but now the Pacers are losing the ball with turnovers. Harden tries a Euro step, and then he gets fouled going up to the basket. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. Forgot what the name of that player was. Let me go to the stats. No, that is Batazdi. Batazdi, that's his name. Oh, yeah, he clearly grabbed James Harden. James Harden actually got a call rifle once. He knocks down the free throw, so the score is 43-31. We got 9:47 remaining in this first half. Harden at the free throw line. Knocks down the second. 43-32 is the score. Smash it like it, that subscribe. Here's TJ McConnell coming up on the left side of the court. He comes right back to the middle, pulls the ball back a little bit. Being guarded by Claxton. They give the ball over to Caris LeVert. And then Dougie McBuckets gives it to McConnell, fakes it on Claxton, drives to the basket, goes up for the layup, and he scores. 45-32 is the score. Pacers go back up by 13. Smash it like it, that subscribe. It's Harden with the bounce pass over, and Jeff Green gets fouled on the way to the basket on the pick and roll. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. So we got 9:17 remaining right now in the first half. Score is 45-32. They just did a poor job letting McConnell get all the way to the basket on that penetration. Here is Jeff Green at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. So it is 45-33. All right, here's a second free throw attempt. It is good. So the score is now 45-34. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Channel social media platforms. All right, man. So the ball's given to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell with the hesitation with the half spin, dribbles left, goes all the way to the left side of the baseline. That was a poor pass. And Tyler Johnson grabs him. He goes all the way to the basket. Good job shielding the basketball. And he forces a turnover, and he's able to score. And we have a timeout with 8:55 remaining. It is a 9-point game. So heads up defense by Tyler Johnson picking up and then getting themselves a rare fast break point for the Brooklyn Nets. So we have 8:55 remaining in this first half. The score is right now 45-36 as we go on commercial break right here on the Lewis Sports Network. March Madness is tomorrow. What do you think of Spike Lee? Sometimes he wants too much attention. I mean, what do you want me to say about Spike Lee? Honestly, I don't really have much thoughts on Spike Lee. Don't have much to say on Spike Lee, honestly. I don't really have much thought. Oh, man. All right, man. So we're on commercial break. Let's see what's going on with the chat. As I can see, do you think with KD out not playing is who's going to hold out AD to come back at the same time KD returns to play? I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely think that possibly is the case. That who guy likes to play chess. I don't think he's that great of a chess player, but he likes to play chess. Oh, I forgot, man. Today is St. Patrick's Day. For those, for my Irish friends out there, man, happy St. Patty's Day. Didn't even mention that. I mean, if you don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, again, doesn't apply to you. But for those who are out there, though, happy St. Patrick's Day to all my Irish friends out there, and to all Irish people who obviously celebrate their holidays. So we got some Irish, see some Irish fans right there in Indiana right now sitting. I can't get over those masks. I don't want to be screaming into a mask while I cheer for a basket. All right, so we're back to live action. 8:42 remaining, and we got ourselves a foul. Let me just remove the time so that there's no confusion. There's KD. KD definitely's got to get his reps in before the playoffs start. Miles Turner with the ball, who's back in, gives it over to Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert with the dribbles on Claxton, takes a tough step back off the free throw line, but he misses it short. That was a tough shot. Offensive rebound. Nice fight for the ball by the Pacers. And wow, Edmund Summer comes out of the pack with it. TJ McConnell with the ball. McConnell with nice crossover on Claxton, hesitates, tries to go to the baseline, crosses over on the right side. Claxton stays with him, does a good job, shoots a shot. Has to shoot it over the defender because he's taller. Excellent defense by Claxton staying with McConnell, and they force a turnover. There's Kevin Durant dribbling the ball with his left hand. I think the quote-unquote hamstring injury is the Achilles injury. They're just saying hamstring. As I say that, Joe Harris, nice play to Claxton. Beautiful give-and-go basketball. Fake the three coming off the screen and pass it to Claxton. Nobody paid attention. He got an easy dunk. 45-38. The Nets are within 7. Here is McConnell with the basketball. The Nets on an 11-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Beautiful pass over. Oh, wow. But Caris LeVert misses the dunk going the baseline. He had the perfect angle, but late rotation by the Nets, but he was not able to finish the play, and he drew the foul. Beautiful screen roll, pick and roll action right there to the rim. That was a beautiful design play by the Nets on that last possession at that other end. So score is 45-38. We got free throws coming up for Caris LeVert. Knocks down the first free throw, 46-38. Here is Justin Holiday back in. The Indiana Pacers against Match Alike. Make sure to hit that subscribe. All right, man. We got a second free throw made right there. So it's 47-38. Pacers are up by 9. We have 7:38 remaining in the first half. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. So here is James Harden with the ball. James Harden dribbles off so we got another kick ball. So it goes off another Pacers foot. All right, James Harden at the free throw line knocks down the free throw. So it looks like they call the technical on Miles Woods, and as we say that, Claxton gets fouled into the paint, and we have ourselves free throws for Claxton. Yeah. Miles Turner is going to have to play a lot better than that. It just can't be Sabonis. I mean, this team is capable of doing things when they're healthy, but it's not. For example, this year, you know who gravelled over how Steph as a player is, and now they make it look like Steph might leave to play with the enemy. Oh, you mean Mr. Buffet himself? Yeah. A snake never changes its stripes. They can only change their skin. I mean, I should say they can only shed off their skin. That's what I should say. All right, man, so we are at a timeout. Let me see how much time is remaining in the first half. We have 7:31 remaining. It is 47-39 in favor of the Indiana Pacers, so Indiana is up by 8. Make sure to continue to share this video. Okay, Embiid is out for the injury, but what's getting me upset about this MVP race is because of everything that's happening, all of these like narratives. Somebody from ESPN said that Mr. Anonymous should be MVP every single year. I said if that's the case, then Michael Jordan should have more MVPs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar should have more MVPs. Will Chamberlain should have more MVPs. Larry Bird should have more MVPs. Shaquille O'Neal should have more MVPs. Magic Johnson should have more MVPs. Dr. J should have more MVPs. Bill Russell should have more MVPs. Zay says, what if Kyrie then went to New York? Well, I thought that's going to happen right now. I don't even know eventually. The thing is, I don't know where Kyrie's mind is at. I mean, is his mind even on basketball? I don't know. Kyrie is just a very weird dude. Very talented, but I don't know where he's coming from. Sometimes he has the right idea, but then he doesn't know how to follow up with that plan. Then he starts to talk out of whack. I don't know what it is with Kyrie. Lewis, do you agree they need to let that 08 Celtics championship victory remonishing go and not keep bringing it up? Well, they bring it up like they won 3 straight. They bring it up like they won 2 titles in 3 years. All right, here's the rest of the Nets schedule. They are in Orlando they're home again. No, they're at Orlando. They're home against Washington. They play Portland, Utah in a back-to-back, and then they are at Detroit. So they are on the road for 5 out of 6 right now on this stretch. Which team are you talking about? I'm tired of hearing that which team it feels like that the team is more overrated. I'm not sure what are you trying to say? Just try to clarify for me. I'm telling you, they're going to have dudes turn off the NBA and not watch if they try to give this guy the award. I'm telling you. All right, Master Bonus with the ball to give it over to Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert with the spin. Gives it off to Edmund Sumner, gets it all the way to the basket. Or was that Aaron Holiday? No, I think that was Edmund Sumner. He scores. So the Pacers take a 49-40 lead. Smash a like, hit that subscribe. 49-40 with the ball. I think what people forget is Up until 1980, the players voted for the MVP. The players. I want to know who gave the media power. See, but this is why I said that I'm also going to come out with a future video when it comes to skilled players and what really defines skill. 49-4, we got a turnover by the Brooklyn Nets. All right, man. So Sabonis almost gets fouled. Edmund Sumner quickly pushes it over to Brogdon. He checks back in. Brogdon then loses the ball, and then it goes off his leg. So we got a Pacer turnover. All right, as I say that, man, the Brooklyn Nets are able to score the rock, so it is 49-42. Edmund Sumner comes off the screen, shoots the three-pointer, misses the shot. Rebound is to Claxton. Gives it over to Joe Harris. Joe Harris gives it over to James Harden. We got a 7-point lead. Brooklyn is now within 7. James Harden with the crossover loses the ball again, and then Brooklyn with another turnover. What people have to also remember was that Dolan was not there in the past. So it makes it even more hurt that he's treating the players this way. Malcolm Brogdon shoots the three-pointer, but he can't hit, and the rebound is off to Joe Harris. And then quickly, James Harden gets all the way into the paint. Or was that Jeff Green? I think that was Jeff Green. All right, so Jeff Green gets to the paint. It's a 5-point game, 49-44. Harris with the rock. He goes dribbles left, goes up for the basket on the reverse force shot with both hands. He can't hit. Brooklyn with the rebound. James Harden comes up on the right side. Brooklyn can cut it to 3 or 2 on this possession. Harden with the crossover. He has Sabonis on him. Decides to take a step back 3. You know what I'm going to say. Not a smart shot by him, but it is what it is. So we got the rebound, and then we have a kick out, but we got to miss 3. James Harden with the ball. Oh, wow. And Jeff Green takes it all the way to the basket. That was a strong foul. Who fouled him? I think that was Edmund Sumner. All right, so we got 5 minutes flat remaining. It is a 5-point game, 49-44. And Jeff Green is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Smash it, like it, that, subscribe, be sure to share. Here is Jeff Green. Misses the free throw. Indy taking more tougher shots and Brooklyn's bench is producing. Coach Sids was a right hire, and we were all wrong. Remember what I said. If I said that if the MVPs were given to the best player, if they were given to the best player, and depending on what decade, depending on what player it is or players, a lot of things would change. All right, so Jeff Green makes 1 out of 2, 49-45. There's TJ McConnell with the ball, gives it over to Sabonis. Sabonis with the hesitation gets into the post on the block. Sabonis being guarded by Jeff Green. They give it back to Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon gets a screen. Sabonis at the free throw line, just below. Then gives the ball to McConnell, rolls to the basket. Beautiful play by Indiana. Poor rotation by the Nets. And we got a 51-45 Pacers lead. Smash the like, hit that, subscribe. Pacers up by 6. As I say that, they give it into the paint. They dribble it out. They give it over to Tyler Johnson. Can't cut the game to 3. Sabonis with the rebound. Sabonis, they dump it inside. Beautiful catch inside in the paint by, who was that? That was by Caris LeVert. He scores and the Pacers go back up by 8, 53-45. All right, man, ball's given to Jeff Green. Pummels the ball like he's Michael Jordan. Then gives the ball over to Joe Harris, comes off the screen, takes 2 dribbles, and he rattles in a 3. It comes back out, and it comes back in again. Once again, Brooklyn within 5, 53-48. 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in this first half. And then as I say that, quick 3 shot by, I think that was Dougie McBuckets, but he missed. All right, so James Harden with the ball. No, that was by Brogdon, excuse me. James Harden gets to the free throw line, gives the ball to Joe Harris, right back up to James Harden. James Harden at the top, guarded closely. Being guarded very closely by Emmett Summer. No, sorry, by Caris LeVert. They give it over to Bruce Brown, but he got fouled. And Bruce Brown with his hands, look, he wanted to put his head down when he realized he didn't get picked for 7-up. You know what they do? Heads down, thumbs up. Anyway, he gets fouled on the play, and he's about to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Brooklyn Nets. Tibbs' problem is, again, he can get the most out of his starters, but he can't play his bench players. Now, somewhat fairness to Tibbs, we're not a talented team. But Tibbs has had a history of this with Minnesota and with Chicago. That's why he doesn't really have enough by the time the playoffs start. So 1 out of 2 missed, and then the Brooklyn Nets get the offensive rebound. James Harden with the ball. James Harden with the jab step. James Harden decides to dribble right. James Harden with the dribble. Almost loses it. Hesitates. Crosses over. And then we got ourselves a turnover. Looks like James Harden traveled with the ball. 3:13 remaining. It's another turnover for the Brooklyn Nets. And it is a 53-49 Pacer lead. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. As I say to McConnell, and then good anticipation and awareness by Jeff Green to push that ball out of bounds. Oh, yeah, I already know. Malcolm Brogdon gets all the way to the basket, and he is actually going to draw a foul, or was the Sabonis draw a foul? So who's going to go to the free throw line? Not even sure. The foul's going to be on Jeff Green. Listen, with Obi Toppin, I expected him to struggle. Ntilikina, this has been since he's been drafted. So nice job, Phil Jackson. Alex Burks. I remember Karl Malone hyped him up in the days he was in Utah. Anyway, so Brogdon makes the first free throw, so it is 54-49. We got 2:54 remaining in the first half. Here's the second free throw. It is good. 55-49 is the score. Pacers up by 6. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. As I say, that beautiful job by Harden trying to get into the paint, can't draw the foul. The Pacers with the ball. They're on the break. McConnell kicks it out to a wide open shot by Justin Holiday, but he can't hit the three-pointer, and we got ourselves a foul. Was that foul on Caris LeVert? Not sure who the foul was on. Did not see the Damian Lillard game winner. There have been some games that I haven't really been watching as of late, especially because of what's been going on. So we got 2:37 remaining. It is a 55-49 Pacer lead. Again, folks, make sure to like the video. James Harden looks like he got cut on his left arm, right by the wrist. He's having a discussion with the referee. Don't know what's going on there, but not getting the call. Yeah, smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here's Bruce Brown at the free throw line, knocks down the first free throw, scores 55-50. Make sure to like the video. What's going on? Jay Jeff in the building. What is up? What is up? Salute. Long time no see. Hope everything is good with you. All right, man. Brooklyn knocks down both free throws by Bruce Brown, 55-51. Here's Justin Holiday, gives the ball over to Brogdon, gets a double screen. Brogdon then gives it up to Sabonis. Sabonis on the face-up. Sabonis goes to the post-up on James Harden, faces a slight double, gets tripled. They move the ball around. McConnell gets into the paint. Beautiful footwork into the paint and knocks down a tough jump shot turnaround, turning over to his left shoulder, right shoulder, excuse me, and the Pacers lead by 6, 57-51. Then as I say that, James Harden gets into the paint and he scores easily, so Brooklyn once again cuts it to 4, 57-53. 150 remaining. Here's Sabonis with the ball. Sabonis with the hesitation. Then gives the ball over to Justin Holiday. Holiday goes behind the back, pulls the ball back, tries to lob it inside of Sabonis. Beautiful catch, good hands, goes up for the reverse layup, and he scores again. 59-53. Nice high-low action by Indiana. Indiana goes right back up by 6. Here's James Harden with the bounce pass right there just at the free throw line of Jeff Green. Jeff Green pulls back, gives the ball over to James Harden. James Harden with the dribble. James Harden starts the dribble, passes it. They swing it over to Tyler Johnson. Fakes, drives, passes it up to Bruce Brown with the floater, and he can't hit. Rebounds over to Sabonis. Sabonis with the dribble. It gets deflected, and it forces a turnover. 3-on-1 for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden goes all the way coast to coast. We get a block. It looks like it's going to count because that's a goaltend. Okay, so there's no foul, but Brooklyn does get the goaltend, so it's now 59-55. 1 minute remaining in this first half. (59-55). Brogdon gives it over to McConnell. McConnell looking. Damn, he was calling for that ball with Sabonis, but the ball's deflected out of bounds. He was telling him to throw it in a better spot so where he could catch it. Yes, I do, Zay. Let's see. McConnell inbounds it. They give it over to Dougie McBuckets. Oh, nice pass by Sabonis. And McBuckets try to cut to the rim, and they're going to call a foul on the play. G-Money says the Pistons look to hand the Raps their 6th straight loss and win the season series versus the Tampa Dinosaurs. Okay. In which decade? JJF out here trolling. Two free throws. All right, Pacers lead 61-55. 37 seconds remaining. So James Harden comes off the screen. James Harden with the dribble. James Harden, another dribble, constant dribble, moves to the side, shoots a three-pointer, drains it. It is a three-point game. 61-58. Yeah, I already know my song. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? All right, 61-58. We got a 6-second difference between shot clock to game clock. And Brogdon shoots a three-pointer. It is short. Brooklyn with the last shot of the quarter. They can cut it to 1 or tie the game. Here's Harden with the ball. Harden up on the left side of the court. We got a miss. James Harden shoots a deep three for the tie, and he can't get it at the buzzer. He even tried to draw a foul by throwing his body into the defender. Did not get the call. And then that is going to end the first half, man. So, folks, we got ourselves a very tight basketball game. The Pacers, as G-Money says, they were up a sweet 16. And Brooklyn has cut it all the way down to 3. So, at the half, the score right now is 61-58. Pacers holding on by a thread with a 3-point lead at the half. So, you're watching the Pacers versus the Brooklyn Nets here on at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on the Lewis Sports Network. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure to share this video as well. All right, man. Salute, guys. All right, let's go to the half. Let's go to the stats real quick. Okay, so for the Brooklyn Nets, obviously James Harden and Joe Harris, they've been pretty much the guys for them. Harden struggling. 1 out of 4 from 3, 4 out of 10, but he did get to the line 6 times for 15 first half points. Joe Harris has 3 threes, 4 out of 7 for the field for 11 points in 16 minutes of action. And the Brooklyn Nets got 18 points off their bench, 7 by Jeff Green, 6 by Tyler Johnson, and 5 from Claxton. For the Indiana, Sabonis killing it, 7 out of 9 from the field, 16 points. Caris LeVert struggling, only shooting 3 out of 8, but he does have 10 points because he hit 2 threes. Malcolm Brogdon also's got 9, while the Pacer bench gave you 22 points off of their bench, 8 out of TJ McConnell, so he was a positive. Over to the game stats. Pacers shooting 52% from the field, but that second quarter really hurt them. That's how Brooklyn got back into this game. It's also because the Brooklyn Nets have gotten to the line 13 more times. So more free throw attempts, you get to slow the game down. 22 free throw attempts for the Nets. The Nets, I believe, they're the third best free throw shooting team in the NBA. 17 out of 22 for them, 8 out of 9 for the Pacers. Both teams have made the same exact threes, but the Pacers are shooting worse because they've attempted 3 more threes than Brooklyn. 15 assists for the Pacers, really sharing the basketball. Brooklyn at a solid 12. Rebounding is pretty much about even. Pacers with 1 more. Both teams with the same exact offensive rebounds. Miles Turner was a non-factor in this first half. Brooklyn with 7 steals, and both teams doing a terrible job taking care of the ball. Brooklyn with 9 turnovers, and the Pacers have 10. Pacers with 2 blocks. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your first half stats right here on the Lewis Sports Network. As I made my return right here. Out of town scores. We got Pistons up by 5, 63-58 over the Raptors at the half. Our game 61-58, Pacers up by 3 at the half. Sixers up by 14 over the Milwaukee Bucks, 45-31. Kings and Wizards tied at 66 at the half. The Bulls and the Spurs are just underway in the first quarter, 8:21 remaining in that. The Bulls have a 10-4 lead on San Antonio. Cavaliers and Celtics, they are underway. The Cavaliers up 5-2 on Boston with 8:34 remaining in the first quarter. Make sure to smash that like, keep hitting that subscribe. Cavaliers up 5-2 on the Boston Celtics. Excuse me, I just said that. The Warriors and the Rockets underway in Houston. Warriors have a 13-8 lead with 9:08 remaining in the first quarter in that game. And our other games for tonight, we have the Hornets and the Nuggets at 9. Heat in Memphis. Memphis 10. You're the only 10 I see in Memphis, Tennessee against the Grizzlies. And to cap off the nightcap, we got the Clippers and the Mavericks at 9:30. As the Clippers coming off of their last win, they are in Texas. They are in Dallas, Texas. The Clippers had just beaten the Mavericks 109-99 in their last game. They beat them by 10. And so there you go, guys. Those are your out-of-town scores. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh, I got a lot of chats. Let's see what's going on in the chat. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Let me see. I heard that the Giants are in discussion for Kenny Golladay. I was happy that we even got a shot. If they signed him, I'm gonna be one of the first guys putting up a community post, and I'll be like, "Oh, happy day," because this is huge. This is huge. This will be great. Yeah, but anyway, for those who don't know, like I said, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Sean Bradley suffered a car accident, and he is paralyzed. I don't know if he's paralyzed from the waist down or if he's paralyzed in his upper body. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find out more details on it, but it is sad that a former NBA player, just a human being in general, is suffering through paralysis. You don't wish on things like that. Whether you liked or you didn't like a player. It's just, it sucks. But like I said, man, my prayers are off to Sean Bradley. Hope he, you know, find a way to cope with this because paralysis can be traumatizing, especially if you're somebody who you never ever figured. And right now, they're actually reporting it right now on the Yes Network on the channel. They're talking about the Sean Bradley paralysis accident that happened. G Money, you've asked me that question before about the whole decade in the 2010s. I'm honestly not going to get into that. Let me just continue to check in the chat. Like I said, we could get him in. That I'm telling you, that's great. Told y'all way up when Brooklyn was behind 16. Oh yeah, they came back. Brooklyn, they just have a tendency to get off the slow starts and then come back. They can't afford to do this in the playoffs though. Once they go up against whoever's in the Western Conference. The thing is, if you're talking about Damian Lillard, his moments in the playoffs are very small sample size. Listen, man, as much as I got respect for John Stockton, I hate to say this about Damian Lillard, but I'm gonna say this right now. Damian Lillard is possibly the John Stockton of this era, and I say that because Damian Lillard, he's been clutch, but it's been very small. He's been outplayed by point guards in the playoffs. He's been outplayed by CP3. It's just fortunately for Damian Lillard, CP3 ended up getting injured, but he was actually outplaying Damian Lillard. Curry owns Lillard. That's just been a given. Curry owns Lillard. You can go back and look at the tape. Every time those guys have met in the playoffs, Curry has outplayed him every single time. It's not. You can look at the tape. This is with all due respect to Damian Lillard. This is no hate. If you go back and look at the proof, it's just facts. Dame is overrated when it comes to the postseason. You look at the regular season, he's clutch. This is what the media does. They hype him up just to bring him down. Actually, they keep saying that he's just like I said, he don't live up to the name Dame Dollar when it's supposed to be Dame time in the playoffs. It's different with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, when it was Miller time, he was as good as Miller Lite, the beer. He was good. Tastes great, came through in the clutch, almost time and time again. And I'm telling you, if dudes would go into the advanced metrics, I'm telling you, it would prove to you why he ain't. I'm telling you right now, he's been outplayed by point guards in the playoffs. LBJ the GOAT. That's absolutely correct. Oh, yeah, that's correct. That's a great example you used, the 2019 Western Conference Finals. That's a great example. That's a great example. Thank you, G Money. You gave me some new material. Check that out. I like that stat you put up. He says that Dame has led by double digits against the Warriors 6 times in the playoffs. That was nice and fresh. Beautiful. Beautiful, G Money. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about, G Money. That's what I'm talking about. Give me that new, fresh info that I know, that I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. Can you believe that? 6 double-digit leads, man. And I bet you they lost all 6 times. I bet you. LBJ says, I don't understand that. He doesn't understand why people say that the 98 Pacers were the better than the Bulls. Actually, they were. They were actually more deeper. Now, obviously, they didn't have Michael Jordan. They didn't have Scottie Pippen, obviously. They didn't have the greatest number one and number two. But the Pacers were deep all across the board. They were a much better team. They gave the Bulls fits. The thing was, the way that they played at home, they really couldn't duplicate that on the road except for like Game 7. The Bulls should have lost that game. The Bulls didn't even play well in that Game 7. They just wanted it more than Indiana did, and they made the big plays. Steve Kerr with some big baskets. Obviously they're calling card with their defense. Luke Longley hit a big baseline jumper. Scottie Pippen got a running and one to go in the paint. So it was huge. Michael with a big jump shot in that fourth quarter. So the Bulls, they just executed down the stretch and just got the big plays. They barely survived that series because they were looking like the Pacers were going to beat them on their home floor in Game 7. Could you imagine what Reggie Miller could have said pretty much the rest of his career, even if he didn't win a championship, which he didn't end up winning? He could say that he defeated Michael Jordan and the Bulls on their home floor in 1998 to prevent Jordan from getting another chance at another championship. Like I said, no disrespect to Dame Lillard. Regular season, balling. He's just got to do it big time. Well, here's the thing. You can't fully blame Damian completely. I just didn't like the fact that he used that excuse after that series because he said that they were going to win the series. And like I said, even if they didn't have Nurkic, that's on them. You were up in every game of the series. You just didn't finish the job. And I said it, I'm going to say this once and I'm going to say it again. I felt, in my personal opinion, the Denver Nuggets of 2019 posed a better matchup against Golden State than the Blazers did. Just my personal opinion. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to start the third quarter in just a bit. Coming back, we got a 61-58 Indiana Pacer halftime lead. Let me just update that third quarter. Parker, some good talk, man. And like I said, I got all love in the world for Damian Lillard, but he's got to bring it in the postseason. Got to be more consistent. Like I said, the best series that he's had, I think, was the 2019 one, which was the best series that he had in a while. So now they're showing couples getting married. That's nice. So like I said, man, I love Dame Dollar. Just got to get it done, man. That's it. So like I said, it's not all Dame's fault. Dame cannot make up for. But like I said, I want to see him play better defense. I need him to stop coming off screens and shooting just pull up threes. No. The injured players are not it. I cannot blame him for the Nurkic injury. I can't say that at all. With Damian, it's his lack of IQ, especially in big moments. That's my issue with Dame Lillard. And I get on Russell Westbrook a lot, but Damian Lillard has low-key kind of been that way too. The problem with Russ is that he'll never learn because he's too stubborn to learn. Yeah, CJ's another one that struggles. It's their style of play. It's like I keep saying. Their size hinders them too. Oh yeah, those two missed free throws that Scottie missed in Game 4 that caused the Reggie Miller three-pointer with the push off Michael. Scottie Pippen has been known to choke at the free throw line. He's been known for that. The one says, what is the excuse for getting put on house arrest versus the Pelicans in the playoffs? Don't know what's going on. All right, shout out to the one. All right, man. So the Brooklyn Nets with the ball started the third quarter. Here is Joe Harris, gives the ball over to James Harden, 12 and 13. Find that interesting. James Harden with the dribble. James Harden goes all the way to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. We have ourselves a 60-60 ball game right now. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Justin Holiday gives the ball to Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert on the dribble. They give it over to Justin Holiday. Shoots a three-pointer. He trains it. And just like that, we are back up. Shout out to Josh, man. Josh the GOAT. Shout out to Zay Green. He says that, Lewis, they say that Jordan didn't play anybody in the finals. I mean, I might make a future video on the competition that both players face to see. I mean, my personal opinion, both guys played competition. Both of those guys played competition. They're trying to say Jordan played nobody. That's a disrespect to a lot of the all-stars and great players that those guys went up against. All right, man. So Bruce Brown, the ball goes off his foot. We got a turnover of the Brooklyn Nets. 10:36 remaining in the third quarter. Hit that like button, folks. Share this video. Indiana up by 464-60. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here is Malcolm Brogdon with the ball. Malcolm Brogdon comes off to the right side. Malcolm Brogdon decides to take a step back three. He can't drain it. The Bulls were the favorites. James Harden gets into the paint. He goes up and he can't hit. Listen, man, those Davis boys of Antonio Davis and Dale Davis, they were a problem. Physical. Oh, man, that whole Detroit was old. I said that there's a double standard with that whole Detroit is old thing. How could you say that Jordan had Dennis Rodman when he was 36 years old? But then you want to say he was old and washed up when he was 29, when he was with the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to Ron in the building. The one says, I feel confident saying that MJ didn't play much in the finals. The thing is, what you got to understand is we cannot compare eras neither. That's kind of the problem what we keep doing when it comes to this competition stuff. You cannot compare eras. Like, I'm not sitting here blaming LeBron for the fact that he's a part of this era for being born in 1984. Can't blame Jordan for being born in 63. It's just the time that they played it. Can't do that. Detroit had runs, but you can't, it's just something that you can't really do. All right, man. So we got a 64-61 basketball game. We got 10-16 remaining. Like I said, I can kill narratives when it comes to LeBron very easy. The biggest one I could do is the San Antonio Spurs one in terms of 2013 and 2014. I could easily debunk that. You know why? The question I have is that who did the San Antonio Spurs acquire that LeBron's Miami Heat team in 2014 lost to them in 5 games when they just played that same San Antonio Spurs team and they went 7 games with one another? The Miami Heat had 8 more wins than San Antonio in 2013, and then the Spurs had 8 more wins than them in 2014. They try to pass it inside of Miles Turner, and then there's a turnover. And the funny thing is, Manu Ginobili played his worst series ever in 2013, especially with all those turnovers, and they went 7. As I say that, James Harden goes into the paint, and he's able to score, and we got ourselves a 63-64 basketball game. Brooklyn within 1. I put 603. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. All right, they dump it inside. Nice fake, but Brogdon can't finish with the left hand. And now the Brooklyn Nets can take the lead. Here is Bruce Brown, gives it off to James Harden, comes off the curl, tries a bounce pass. That was a kick ball, but they're not going to call it. It's a turnover. Here is Brogdon, who gives it up to Justin Holiday, and he pulls up for 3. Pacers retake the lead. They're up 66-63. Actually, no, 67-63. Pacers go up by 4. And then another turnover. Here come the Pacers. They got a 4-on-2. and they can't convert, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the Pacers are going to keep the ball. That's what I said, man. This is just like I said, man. Okay, and we got a missed free throw by Justin Holiday. I'm gonna be honest, G Money. They weren't gonna win that series because look what happened in 2016 against the Golden State Warriors. That should tell you why they weren't gonna beat San Antonio. And I'm gonna say it again. Who was their coach? Scott Brooks. 68-63 is the I saw that entire series. OKC kept playing ISO that whole series, man. So I know they weren't going to win. And another turnover by the Brooklyn Nets, and then Malcolm Brogdon gets into the paint on the fast break. They score. Pacers go back up by 70-63. Smash that like it. That subscribe. Pacers up 7. Brooklyn already with 4 turnovers in this third quarter. James Harden with the ball on the right side. Goes up. Tries to float it. Almost another turnover. Picked up. And then Joe Harris gets the ball back and he shoots the 3-pointer and he knocks it down. Hits the 3, 70-66. Smash a like, hit that subscribe. That's how we're going to have ourselves a foul on DeAndre Jordan. I mean, we could also say Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson. Jordan became better under Phil Jackson. He was a mentally better player with Phil Jackson. All right, man. Landry Shamet shoots a 3-pointer, but he can't hit. Fight for the rebound. Sabonis battling that ball. Taps it. He's able to get it. Nice hop, skip pass. Good quick pass over to, looks like that's Caris LeVert. Justin Holiday. Caris LeVert comes off. He shoots a 3-pointer. He can't hit, and the rebound is off to James Harden. But that's what we're doing. You're saying he didn't play anybody in his era. That's what we're doing. We're comparing eras when you do that. And as I say that, we got a layup made in by Malcolm Brogdon, so he scores 74-68. James Harden with the ball. James Harden goes inside. He lobs it inside to, nice pass inside to Bruce Brown for the score. 74-70. We got a 4-point game. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Brogdon with the hesitation gets all the way to the basket, kicks it out. Justin Holiday with the fake. He goes all the way to the paint, and he draws the foul. So Pacers being really aggressive, taking the ball to the basket. But it doesn't help that Brooklyn's got 5 turnovers in this third quarter. So we have a 74-70. So we have a timeout with 6:54 remaining. 74-70 is the score third quarter right now. Indiana is up by 4. But let me ask you a question, though, one. Okay, let's say that Michael didn't play anybody in the finals. Okay, we could say that. But then what about LeBron's East from 2010 all the way to 2018? He didn't play anybody on his way to the finals. With the exception of the Boston Celtics, but by 2012, that team was not as great. They pretty much were gotten older. And I'm going to cover that series because it was a classic 7-game series between both teams. Like I said, LeBron, his best competition was in the NBA Finals. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait. What do you mean OKC had home court? Oh, in the finals? The one, do your research on 2007. That's one of the most overrated runs ever. You can't use Kyrie as a prop for this in 2018 because the Boston Celtics were without Kyrie Irving. They got far because of the fact that they play in the system. But you still need your best player if you're going to go all the way. Bron's Cavaliers went 7 games, and I said to myself, LeBron was coasting in the regular season, especially in his years in Cleveland. I'm not going to say in Miami. He wasn't the only. He's really been coasting from 2014 to 2018. Because you got to ask yourself, who was beating LeBron James and the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference from 2015? I'd probably say from 2015 to 2017. So no, I can't say that to 2018 with Kyrie's nothing, because if Ron wanted Kyrie so bad, he would have met up in person. My thing is, if you want a player to stay, Curry went to go fly to meet with Durant. LeBron told the organization he didn't care about Kyrie like that. I don't want to hear that. Again, that's an excuse because they said they had a squad. We knew, the media said that they had a squad. Again, this is all about controlling the narrative. So you could try to spin it any way you want, my friend, but I'm sorry. I see the BS a mile away. Again, I will never forgive Braun for putting a freaking cast on his damn hand, making up an excuse talking about I pretty much played with a broken hand against Golden State. I lost respect from him after that. Lost respect for him after that. 76-72 is a score in the third quarter. And I've said this about Brown and Kobe many times. This is how bold I am. When you can get both guys to quit, they will both quit. I'm talking about Bron and Kobe. When you can get both guys to quit, they will quit. Some people will say, oh, Kobe doesn't quit. As a Kobe fan, I'm going to tell you right now, Kobe's quit before. And I'm telling you with Bron, with both of those guys, when the going gets tough, you can get those guys to quit. 78-72. All right, in the paint. Oh, wow, we got a miss. That was a missed bank shot by Bruce Brown. All right, man, here's Caris LeVert. Nice dribble. Gives it to Miles Turner. They dump it inside. Nice pass inside the Sabonis for the layup. 80-72. Pacers go back up by 8. We got 5:54 remaining. You could say the Cavs had no business, but who did they play on their way to the finals? Look at their opponents. If they play tougher opponents, I would agree with you. But first of all, that team was a very good defensive team. Maybe they were not the best offensive team, but they weren't as trash as people make them claim out to be. Some of those guys still play in the NBA. All right, man, Miles Turner in the paint. He goes up and he doesn't get the basket. So we got an 80-74 Pacers lead. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to be serious with y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Since the Golden State Warriors were such a juggernaut team, let me ask you a question. What happened to Andrew Bogut when the Warriors let him go and he got picked up by the Cavaliers? He got injured a minute into the game when he got picked up. What happened to Leandro Barbosa? What happened to Festus Ezeli? What happened to Brandon Rush? You know, those guys that were on that 2016 team. For such a juggernaut, what happened to Harrison Barnes? Good player, but it's like he hasn't really panned out to be what I thought he was going to be. Remember, he was getting comparisons to Paul Pierce coming out of college. As I say that, we got a three-pointer shot by James Harden. He misses. He gets the rebound back. They give it to DeAndre Jordan. Good strip in the paint. 82-74. Here come the Pacers. LeVert tries a Euro step. Kicks it out to Justin Holiday. 4 and 11-point lead. He can't hit. And the rebound is off to Landry Shamet. Back come the Brooklyn Nets. Smash it like it, that's subscribe. Beautiful pass inside to Chandler Johnson. Goes on the reverse layup. Oh, but he can't hit. He misses. And the rebound is off to Sabonis. Like I said, the reason that LeBron coasted during the regular season is because he knew that there was no team that was really a threat in the Eastern Conference. Miles Turner shoots a three-pointer, he misses. So that lets you know that the competition was going to be whoever came out of the West, as long as they were a formidable opponent. Landry Shamet shoots the basketball, and he knocks it down from the free throw line. Brooklyn comes back within 6, 82-76. We got 4:15 remaining. Those regular seasons, Bron got the coast. He got the coast. 2018 was just a bad season because there was just a lot of turmoil. And remember, Bron should have been showing his leadership through. I mean, they signed Dwayne Wade, they signed Derrick Rose, unfortunately, they had to trade Kyrie away in that trade to Boston to get Isaiah Thomas. He had to be part of the deal. James Harden misses the shot, doesn't get the foul call, but then Bruce Brown with the putback. It's 82-78. We got a close game in the third quarter. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. And we got ourselves looks like we got an offensive foul. Bruce Brown draws the charge. What I keep telling y'all too also is that the media kept saying that, oh, the Cavaliers, they flipped the switch. Out of the media's mouth, they said they would be Golden State in 5. That was with KD. They win, and all of a sudden, it's not fair. All right, man, so we got a timeout with 3:33 remaining. If they would have been honest and they said, oh, I don't see there's no way that they could probably beat Golden State because Kevin Durant is, he's going to be a tough matchup for us, and I can understand. But out of their own mouths, they said it doesn't matter who you put in front of LeBron, they'll win. Don't believe me? Check out the tapes of Undisputed back in 2017. Check out what Colin Cowherd said. Check out what Nick Wright said. It's all in the tape. It's all in the tape. Shout out to Amir. What's going on, my friend? Again, make sure to hit that like the video. What I want to know is what's going on with LeBron definitely was coasting with the Cavs. They had a team that could have won 57, 60 games every season, but they were winning like 52 games. Listen, the 2016 Cavs, they could have won 65 games if they wanted to. That's how good they were in the Eastern Conference. They ended up winning 57. At one point, the Cavs had the best record in the East. They had the best record in the East. So my thing is, if you have the best record in the East, like dude just really got to think, man. I'm sorry, I don't bowl that excuse at all, man. It's just I be telling dudes again, like the videos, you guys come in, man, smash that like, hit that subscribe. Share on social media platforms, truly appreciate that. But let me ask you a question. If you were in the Cavaliers, how would you have involved Kevin Love in the offense? How would you have involved Kevin Love in the offense? The thing is, they just say that people can average any type of numbers in Minnesota, but my thing is Minnesota is still bad. They traded D'Angelo Russell. He's not doing squat. Karl Anthony Towns puts up some solid numbers, but he's not doing squat. Andrew Wiggins is proving that right now he's not that good. His numbers are slightly better right now in Golden State, but so yeah, we could say Kevin Love is overrated, but it's like how did they involve him? Did they really play a system? Kevin Love has proven his worth now, but remember, who wanted him on the team? See, that's the thing that you also got to remember too. Kevin Love's best finals was actually in 2018. But like I said, that 2017 finals, man. My thing is, you could say Kevin Love was overrated, but he was a player LeBron wanted. He's a player that LeBron wanted. Even if Kevin Love is going to the Hall of Fame, he puts up empty numbers and all that. So we got a miss. Aaron Holiday with the ball. He goes up with the shot. Wow, knocks it in, kick the basket, and draws the foul. 86-78. The one says, if you can't post up Klay, I'm sorry, man. I'm not passing you the ball. Draymond had him looking petrified. Again, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just saying that was the guy LeBron wanted. And I said, how would you have figured out to involve Kevin Love in the offense? Why do you think LeBron said, I want you to become a center and stretch the floor and go to the three-point line? There's a reason for that. But yeah, Kevin Love is one of the more overrated players. I'm not disagreeing with you. All right, man, 87-78. We got, all right, man, so Aaron Holiday shoots a three-pointer. He can't hit. Man, Miles Turner has no impact in this game. Tyler Johnson with the ball. Tyler Johnson dribbles to the middle. He goes up with the floater, and he knocks it in. 87-80 is the score. You know what's so crazy? As overrated as Kevin Love is, his numbers were just about even with Klay Thompson in those NBA Finals. Take away the rebounds. I'm just talking about points, field goal percentage, assists. They were just about even. That's the crazy part. As overrated as Kevin Love is, go back and look at those 2017 NBA Finals. It's crazy. Miles Turner misses the bank shot. Can't hit. Dudes have got to do their homework on that series. The Cavaliers, they just play terrible defense. They don't talk about that. They never try to make any adjustments. They never tried to see how you can defend. They were so worried about the three. And I get it that that's what the Warriors do, but dude, they got to think out here, man. There were so many plays where I saw LeBron and Kyrie standing around and guys were getting easy baskets going to the rim. And I'm saying to myself, you guys are the leaders of the team, more so LeBron. Dudes have got to do their jobs, man. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. Kevin Love is definitely overrated. I'm just saying that Bron picked him to make him a scapegoat, and I knew that was going to happen. So it's about narrative control. Landry Shaman checks in. I agree with the one. I agree with you. Kevin Love is overrated. I agree with both Jays. Kevin Love is overrated. Even if you put the numbers that he put up, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, think about it. He was regarded as being talented. And that's what I said that they should have found a way to how to incorporate Love in their offense. But the problem is they play the LeBron James system. That's number one. And number two, they were a terrible defensive team. The funny thing is they started out as a very good defensive team the first 36 games of that season. After that, they played 500 ball. They turned on the switch and they were blowing out teams, but those teams caused them to hide them in the fact that they were not that good defensively. Harden, 23 points, 11 assists, 24 points, 11 assists, makes the free throw. It is a 5-point game, 87-82. 117 remaining in this third quarter. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. All right, so we got Turner with the ball, takes a spin move, takes a terrible shot, and he can't hit. Brooklyn can cut it to 3 or 2 in this possession. Harden with the ball, crosses over, goes up with the floater. He knocks it in, gets the basket, plus the foul, and Brooklyn is back within 3 once again. 87-84. The closest Brooklyn was within 1. It was 64-63 earlier in the third quarter. And James Harden gets the basket on this play, cuts it to 3, 87-84. That was my thinking. It's just he just did not know how to use him. That was because the Cavs were just a terrible defensive team. Harden misses the free throw, to my surprise. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Continue to like the video, folks. All right, Aaron Holiday with the ball. They give it over to Dougie McBuckets, tries to score on the layup. He misses the basket, but he actually draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. Or was that the foul's going to be on Claxton? Actually, no. Looks like the ball just went out of bounds, and that's just going to be Brooklyn Nets basketball. All right, Jeff Green with the ball. Nice hesitation. Goes up for the basket, and he dunks the basketball. 89-86. And just like that, quickly, oh, wow. Aaron Holiday gets to the basket, draws a foul. Was that Aaron Holiday? Was that? No, that was Edmund Sumner taking it to the basket, and he clearly draws a foul. So we have a 89-86 basketball game as Edmund goes to the free throw line. Let me see. Patrick Peterson signs with the Vikings. Oh, I heard he's with them now. So nice little deal for the Vikings 1 year, but they need to fix their quarterback. Well, they could stay not winning, man, if they don't upgrade Kirk Cousins. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, James Harden with the ball, 91-86, 9 seconds remaining, 4 on the shot, 5 on the game clock. Misses the three. Tyler Johnson, offensive rebound, Joe Harris. He shoots the three and he drains it. 2-point game, 91-89 is the score. 2.9 seconds remaining. Here's McConnell, races down court to the middle, quickly passes the late buckets at the buzzer. He can't hit, and that is the end of the third quarter. But remember, it was 61-58 at the half. Both teams scored 30 points in the quarter. Brooklyn scores 31, and Indiana scores 30. So at the end of three, we got ourselves a 2-point game going into the fourth. It is the Pacers 91, the Brooklyn Nets 89 at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse right here on the Lulu Sports Network. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, share on social media platforms. We got ourselves a barn burner 2-point game right now. Quite honestly, no player that's really played for Minnesota other than Kevin Garnett has really had impact with their stats. The only guy who's really other than him, other than KG, was Jimmy Butler. That's crazy. The problem that I'm having, though, is that Kevin Love is being used as a scapegoat, but that still doesn't excuse LeBron, though. That's the problem. He did a poor job as a leader. And I said this before. I noticed that his fans, they play better defense than LeBron because they're always defending him at every turn. Bron has not made it all. I think Bron made an all defensive team just this past season in 2020. I think he made second team all defense, but that was his first defensive selection since 2014. That means he hasn't played defense for almost 6 years. People try to give these defensive metrics and try to say, oh, look what he's doing. Like he's trying to call up the screen and all this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, it's not as how people think. There was a lot of plays where it was happening. Jay says Kevin Garnett was taking the weak-ass Timberwolves to the playoffs often. That's true, man. Okay, G Money says the Cavs could have been up 2-1 in 2018, but they blew an 11-point lead in game 1 and a 13-point lead in game 3. The one says being up 2-0 had nothing to do with game 3. All right, shout out to Hayden. He's gonna go watch the Nuggets. All right, man. Good luck to your Nuggets tonight, going up against Charlotte Hornets. All right, man. So we got a miss by Indiana, 91-89, fourth-quarter start. James Harden with the ball. They give it over to Jeff Green, and we have ourselves a foul going into the paint. So we got a so foul's gonna be on Sabonis. Jay, he didn't have any real help. Plus, he was playing that in the way tougher conference. KG took them to the number 1 against the Lakers. Remember, man, the final help that he had getting Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell, they finally went to the Western Conference Finals in his MVP season. But from his rookie season, the Timberwolves were always making the playoffs. Damn. Jeff Green just tried to throw it down, but does get the foul call. Not an excuse, Josh. Garnett didn't have help with the Timberwolves either until 2003. That was when they brought what? Troy Hudson, Kendall Gill. But by that point, he was a veteran. In my personal opinion, I think they should have knocked out the Lakers though. All right, man. Here is Jeff Green at the free throw line. He's going to try to tie this game. We got 11:14 remaining. Misses the free throw. Misses both free throws, actually. And the rebound is to TJ McConnell. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Here's McConnell with the basketball. McConnell then slips it inside to Dougie McBuckets. He gets the basket plus the foul. Pacers go up by 4 again, 93-89. And he'll score. He'll have an opportunity for a chance at a three-point play. And smash that like, hit that subscribe. They said my man said KG's on another level, bro. All right, Sabonis gives the ball over to McBuckets. They give the ball over to McConnell. Edmund Summer fakes. Sabonis fakes a three. Gets the dribble. Starts to size up his guy. Sabonis gets into the paint. Wow, Sabonis got a good solid handle. Gives it over to McConnell coming off. Goes to the baseline. He gets the basket and gets the bounce. And it's a 96-92 Indiana Pacers lead. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Share on social media platforms. I say that Claxton tries to go into the paint to try to finish, but he can't finish. Edwin Summer with the ball tries to kick it out, and there's a turnover on the pass to Aaron Holiday, and that's going to be a Pacer turnover. The funny thing is the Cavaliers were actually in that game in game 2 in the fourth quarter, though, of 2018. Game 1, they obviously should have won. All right, James Harden with the dribble, and he's able to lob it inside to, what's this guy? DeAndre Jordan for the dunk, and it's a 2-point game, 96-94. The closest they've been is 1. So it looks like there's a wet spot on the floor, and they're just cleaning it up before the Pacers get the inbound. 96-94 with 9:43 remaining, plenty of time. Listen, man, it's true. And Jay speaks a point. Shout out to Kenneth Wright, long time no see. He says, wasn't there a big 3 in Minnesota with KG and stuff? Actually, no, because no. And then we got a miss, but looks like we're gonna have ourselves a foul. But actually, it wasn't a big 3 in Minnesota. It was a dynamic duo. It was just Marbury and Garnett. They were supposed to be the next duo. Marbury left because he didn't get the contract that he thought he deserved. Well, Karl Anthony Towns is soft. That is correct. with all due respect to him, and like I said, I don't mean to be, disrespectful to Cat. I'm just talking about his basketball game and his mentality. I know that guy's been through a lot. The thing is with Kevin Love also, man, this guy gets anxiety. I don't know for people who know that, but he suffers through mental health. It's the same with DeMar DeRozan. That's why those kind of guys, they're not meant to play at the playoff level. Kevin Love did play well into the 2018 NBA Finals, but other than that, he even says it. He gets anxiety when the lights are on bright. It's the same with DeMar DeRozan. That's why I kept saying to myself, and this is DeRozan who constantly wears Kobe's. And James Harden ties the game on the floater. We got a timeout with 9:16 remaining, and we are tied at 96, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we are tied at 96 with a timeout. All right, guys. So let me just check the chat real quick. The one says you lost me in the 2-1 part. My point is you don't know how the game 3 would have gone if the series was tied at 1 apiece. So saying that they could have been up 2-1 is illogical. It was Kenneth. It was Garnett, Marbury. Oh, Tom Gugliotta. Did Tom Gugliotta ever make an All-Star team? I want to say he made the 97 All-Star team. I could be wrong, but I don't. Maybe he did not make one, but he had injuries. But he was a good player. It isn't illogical because they had opportunities to win Game 3. Also, when Clay and Curry were struggling, anxiety people are not usually up front. Obviously, Harden is out playing LeVert. What's bothering them? That's a cop out from Kevin Love. People point the finger at you, and later Love puts the blame on somebody this and do that. Can't do that. During the struggle is one thing, but not after the struggle is over and then go back to anxiety. KD was the only Warrior that balled out in that game. You could believe what you want, but all I'm saying is the Cavs should have gotten it done in Game 3 also. Philly, 6-game win streak. Brooklyn, 5-game win streak. Milwaukee, 4-game win streak. Miami, 5-game win streak. So it had to be the 97. It must have been 97. Could have been earlier, too. All right, back to live action. 9:06 remaining. Here's Caris LeVert. Dribbles to the middle. Takes the jump shot. Gets blocked by Claxton. Nice defensive play by him. Turnover. Oh, beautiful lob inside the Claxton. And the Brooklyn Nets have taken the lead on the dunk. They lead 98-96 on the turnover and the lead chest pass by James Harden to Claxton on the fast break. Their first lead since 18-17 in the first quarter, folks. Brooklyn is now up by 2. 98-96 in the fourth quarter. So I was right. 97, it was with KG. That was KG's first All-Star game. Sabonis gets double. Almost forced another turnover. Sabonis picks up the loose ball. They give it over to McConnell, shoots a short shot, and he's able to score. So it is 98-96. Excuse me, 98, tied at 98. My bad. Made that mistake. My apologies, guys. Ball gets deflected out of bounds, but it's still going to stay with the Brooklyn Nets. The one says how much time left in the game. I will tell you 1 second. Give me 1 second. As soon as it reports. We got 8:24 here on the stream, but in actuality, just to help you out, it's 8:02 remaining in the game. So, to be fair, 2 different times there. All right, man. So Harden passes it off to Jeff Green, puts it up, puts a fake on 2 Pacers, and then he draws a foul as Sabonis slams the ball in frustration. Irvin Johnson. Wait, the same Irvin Johnson that was on the 96 Sonics, right? That Irvin Johnson? All right, Jeff Green to the free throw line, about to shoot 2. Jeff Green makes the first free throw. Brooklyn is now up 99-98. Brooklyn Brooklyn is at home against Washington. Yeah, I think they're at home against Washington on Sunday. All right, guys, tomorrow I'm doing the Pelicans and the Trailblazers. It's a little bit of a late night game, but I'm going to do that one. So we got 8:02 remaining in the fourth. 198. Excuse me. Here's McConnell. Gets the pass from Miles Turner. Then TJ McConnell gets the ball back. TJ McConnell gives the ball over to Caris LeVert. McConnell with the jab step on Claxton. Decides to cross him over. Gets into the paint. Nice spin move. Takes a jump shot. Tough shot. Misses. He has to shoot it like that because Claxton is the bigger player, has the better wingspan. James Harden with the ball. Gives it up to Jeff Green. Fakes it. Nice pass inside the Claxton. Good passing. And then he gets blocked. Jeff Green recovers, gives it to James Harden, penetrates, gives it over to Joe Harris in the right corner for 3. He can't hit. James Harden with the offensive rebound, gives it to Claxton. Claxton goes back up. He can't hit. Offensive rebound again by Joe Harris. Kicks it out to Jeff Green. They swing it to Tyler Johnson. Harden looking for the ball, trying to get it. He now gets the ball back. Wow. Plenty opportunities, but they're getting more. Harden takes a step back 3. He drains it. James Harden with a cold-blooded 3. Gives Brooklyn a 5-point lead. Biggest of the game for Brooklyn, 103-98. Caris LeVert with the ball, gives it up to TJ McConnell at the top. No, excuse me, Malcolm Brogdon just checked back in. Brogdon. Hesitation. Hesitates. Dribbles left. Gets into the paint. Can't find anybody. Crowded. Passes it. Loses it. Out of bounds. Brooklyn Nets basketball. Forces another Pacer turnover in the fourth quarter. You already know that song. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? They're right here. They're right here. So James Harden, 6th time this season with 30 points and 10 assists. He matches Kenny Anderson, who did that back in 93-94 for the New Jersey Nets back when they was in Jersey. James Harden with a step back 3, man. Oh, yeah, it was enough time. All right, so it looks like we took a timeout right now, and it's 103-98. Pacers have the big lead with less talent out. Not fair to count BG yet. Speaking about Pels, Zion better start improving on his free throws because he ain't cutting it like that department. Oh, yeah, I mean, that man has got to work on his whole game. That man's got to work on his whole game. All right, Hornets and Nuggets tied at 4. Heat and Grizzlies underway. Heat are up 4-1. No, Grizzlies up 4-1 on the Miami Heat, I should say. All right, so we got 6:47 remaining. Some quick out-of-town scores. 98-92, Pistons up 6 on the Toronto Raptors. Bucks and Sixers are tied at 80. So the Sixers blew a double-digit lead. And now we're in a dogfight with 5:42 remaining with the Bucks. Kings up 112-108 over the Wizards in the fourth quarter. Bulls up 18 on the San Antonio Spurs at the half, 58-40. Celtics down by 17 of the Cavaliers at the half, 55-38. Warriors, the Houston Rockets are just bad. Warriors up by 24, up 68-44 with the Houston Rockets at the half. Hornets up 8-4 on the Nuggets in the first quarter, 8:36 remaining in that one. 8:55 remaining. Heat. Grizzlies up on the Heat 7-1, 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. Clippers Mavericks at the 9:30 offset for the last game. of the night. That's because that team does not know how to keep leads. They know what goes wrong. Stan Van Gundy knows what goes wrong in their games. No surprise why New Orleans can't keep leads. And Lonzo disappears earlier in games than he does show up late in games. I've seen him get some garbage time three-pointers, man, late in the game when the Pelicans have no chance to win after they blow those double-digit leads. I've seen it. This is with Brooklyn having 17 turnovers. Pacers have 16. You see, Brooklyn wins tonight and Philly loses. It's a first-place tie. Pelicans are a disappointment. Yeah, James Harden with the ball. They need some veterans, man, to get on these guys. Ooh, Jeff Green goes behind the back and gives a one-legged step back. Knocks it down. Brooklyn up by 7, 105-98. That's a good one, Jared. The Pelicans. That's a good one. All right, man. Caris LeVert with the ball. Caris LeVert with the dribble. Caris LeVert once again dribbles. Dribbles to the middle. Caris LeVert goes one-on-one. Takes the jump shot. Knocks it down. 105-100. Is it going to be the Caris LeVert show in the fourth quarter? Because apparently the Pacers ain't showing up in this fourth quarter. Miles Turner, a no-show this entire game. 105-100. Jeff Green gets all the way to the basket, and he draws the foul. Now the Pacers are having a hard time preventing the Brooklyn Nets from penetrating to the basket. You know what? James Harden does have KD as the weapon. The key thing is that weapon going to be healthy? Because if he's not healthy, we know that it's fool's gold. But I also said before, they need a young big man protector in that paint. My question is, you signed Roberson and you signed Shumpert. When are they going to start to become factors on this team? Are you going to tell me, oh, we're going to save it for the playoffs? All right, 106-100. We got 5:53 remaining in this fourth quarter. Green on the free throw, knocks it down. It is 107-100. Brooklyn is up by 7. The only thing you got to kind of fear is if it has to fall on Harden. That's where the fool goals comes into play, if it's on him. All right, man, Caris LeVert with the ball. Caris LeVert goes behind the back. Caris dribbles. 107-100. Goes up with the jump shot. Can't hit. Offensive rebound Sabonis, but then Claxton goes up with the hustle and gets it. Harden goes all the way to the basket for the layup, and he scores. It is a 9-point lead. For the Brooklyn Nets, they lead 109-100. Game is getting away from Indiana. 5:15 remaining, and there's still plenty of time. All right, man. So we got Sabonis with the dribble on the left side. Sabonis goes all the way to the basket, tries to go for the layup. He doesn't get the basket, but he does draw the foul. Lonzo has 16 assists going into the fourth quarter or so. Had 1 assist in his play in the entire fourth quarter. Lonzo backed off of Damian too. Bledsoe got caught with the foul. Yeah, I said that's the only way. I said that there's no weapon, no Kyrie, no KD. Harden will be fool's gold. Those two are there. Sabonis misses the free throw. 5 minutes flat remaining. I don't know why they went for Blake Griffin. I don't know. The Lakers need Drummond. They do. Because then you don't have to worry as much with Anthony Davis getting healthy. James Harden with the ball. And I mean, the Lakers are right there. They're what, third in the West, or number 2 in the West, I should say. So they're right there. 109-100. James Harden misses the step back 3, goes in and out. Brogdon dumps it to Sabonis. We got 4:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sabonis goes in the paint. Harden with the steal. Wow, good recovery by Claxton on the help defense, and Harden saves it. Look at the hustle from James Harden. All right, so they give the ball to Jeff Green. Excellent help defense by Claxton. I like that kid. All right, so they give the ball over to James Harden. He's at the top, being guarded by Sabonis. Sabonis taking a swipe. Harden sizes him up, goes around him, goes into the paint, does not get the contact. Nice save. Caris LeVert with the ball. Oh, Caris loses his balance, but he regains the ball back. Gives the ball over to Justin Holiday. Shoots the three-pointer. He can't hit, and the rebound is off to Jeff Green. 3:55 remaining in this fourth quarter, and Steve Nash is going to take a timeout. So with 3:52 remaining in this fourth quarter, the Pacers can't find a way to make baskets now. They trail by 9, 109-100 on this commercial break. If the Nets could get that interior presence in the middle. Because think about it. Claxton comes off the bench, but he's not ready. At least I don't think. You get Drummond to come in there if they're able to get him, because he's expected to be bought out. Andre Drummond wants to play for the Wizards? I could tell he don't want to win. But the only thing is, are the Wizards going to make the move for him? Because now they're going to say that they're going to try to see if the Lakers could get JaVale McGee, but it's like, why would you trade JaVale McGee? Next game for the Brooklyn Nets is against the Orlando Magic at 7:30. Josh says, although I'm still a little on the fence because of the defense, but let's see if they can make history without defense. And with KD, it's possible if he and Kyrie stay healthy. But the thing is, Josh makes a great point because it goes back to what Shaq said. You don't have to be the greatest defense. Remember, the Lakers were a situational defensive team. The key thing is, when the games are close, can you get the stops to win basketball games? The 0-1 and 0-2 Lakers were not great defensive teams. They coasted both years. They did their situational defense to be able to win basketball games. And the playoff of Kobe and Shaq and Fish and Ori and Rick Fox. All right, James Harden with the dribble. Decides to take a step back three and another air ball. That's his second air ball on a step back three. Josh says, Jay, exactly. The Lakers could use him too, but according to reports, he wants to put Josh, you're right. It's the East, and this year they will still get dibs on all bought-out players. The roster does that. Because, like also Jay says, they still can add, bro. That's the thing. They can still add. Brogdon dribbles into the paint. He goes up with the floater, but he gets fouled on the play. Drummond wants to get paid. He never cared about winning. And like Jay says, man, listen, forget about the Sixers. I hate to say it right now. The Boston Celtics, they not winning. Shout out to Mass Alex. He says he's from Indonesia. All right, what's up? What's going on? Are you a Brooklyn Nets fan or a Pacers fan? And salute to you for being here. Anyway, the Boston Celtics, I don't have faith in the Miami Heat neither. This is Brooklyn's conference. Brogdon only makes 1 out of 2, so it's 109-101 with 3:20 remaining in this fourth quarter. Smash the like, hit that, subscribe. All right, man, here's James Harden with the ball. 109-101 is the score. 3 minutes remaining, coming up. James Harden sizes up. Sizes up Summer. Gets all the way to the basket. Goes up with the left hand, and he's able to score. Brooklyn is up by 10. Big seed of the game for them. 111-101 is the score. I'll say that real quick. Miles Turner shoots a three-pointer. And finally, big man, where you been at? Knocks down a three, 111-104. Pacers within 7. James Harden comes off the screen. He's got Sabonis on him. James Harden slowly dribbles up to the middle at the peace sign in the middle of the floor. James Harden takes a step back, passes it off, gives it over to Joe Harris, and he knocks down the shot with no foul call, and Brooklyn goes back up by 9, 113-104. Here comes Brogdon. Brogdon with the dribble. Brogdon Gives it over to Sabonis. Sabonis over to Brogdon. Relocates. Shoots a three-pointer. Can't hit. And the rebound is off to Jeff Green. Gives it over to James Harden. We are under 2 minutes remaining. As the PA announcer says in San Antonio, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, the ball is given over to Harden. Starts to dribble. He has Caris LeVert on him. Former teammate. Harden with the dribble. Decides to take a step back three. He can't hit. And the rebound is off to – see, that's where the Brooklyn Nets are going to be in trouble. Miles Turner dumps it inside. Dumped it inside to who was that? I'm not sure. Who was that missed the layup? I don't know. They were just showing the shot on Joe Harris, and there's Kyrie. Oh, Caris LeVert was the one that got fouled in the paint. All right, 113-104. Caris knocks down the first free throw, 113-105. We got 131, remaining in this fourth quarter. Zach LaVine, Andre Drummond, JaVale McGee, possible movement could be huge in the Eastern Conference. The one says the Celtics are frauds. I think the Bucks can make some noise. Everybody knows that the Nets are going to the finals. The question is, can KD stay healthy? If so, the Nets are going to be the 2021 NBA champions. Remember, Jay, if the league doesn't interfere. Champions. All right, Tyler Johnson shoots a three-pointer, misses badly, 113-106, but they can't get the offensive rebound. 7-point lead. Harden starts to dribble, goes up, and lobs it to Claxton for the lob. He dunks it. 115-106. 112 remaining in this game. Timeout, Indiana. 112 remaining in this game. Brooklyn goes back up by 9. They lead 115-106 as we head off on another commercial break. Unless if they only take a 20-second timeout, that is. Listen, if the Nets play with their system, if they knock down their threes, if Kevin Durant is healthy, the referees are not going to be able to interfere, no matter how much they'll try to keep the Lakers in the game. This was the thing in 2017 with Golden State when they went up against the Cavaliers. The referees tried to keep the Cavaliers in that series. You saw what happened in Game 4. Golden State just had too much firepower for them to be able to try to keep them in. The funny thing is, Game 2, they were actually close in the first half. Game 3, the Warriors, they were down. That was a game that the Cavaliers should have won in Game 3. They just did some poor execution down the stretch, which is why they lost that game. Game 4, they won with the 24 threes and those 22 first-quarter free throws. The funny thing is that their defense still allowed a lot of points. That just lets you know that the Warriors had the firepower to be able to stay in the game. That's why and the funny thing is, Klay Thompson struggled in that series. He struggled in that series. But in terms of the Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to make a little bit of noise. But unless Giannis goes into the post, changes his game, the Bucks aren't going anywhere. Malcolm Brogdon gets the layup, 115-108, 105 remaining in this fourth quarter. Yeah, make sure to smash that like, hit that subscribe. I'm coming back on another stream, and I'm going to be doing the Diamondbacks and the Yankees. Going to be watching some highlights, and then we're going to talk about it. I'm excited to do that baseball one coming up. So we got 103 remaining. It is a 7-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. Let me see, who is this? Oh, that's right. I forgot they faced him in the first round. Oh, that was a foul on Caris LeVert trying to steal the ball from Tyler Johnson. The one says Giannis will be good. It's up to Middleton. True, but I don't put it beyond the league and Marc Gasol the list to accept calls and listen in favor of the Lakers. He's the downfall. Giannis needs to be in the post. Giannis needs to be in the post. Giannis has to be able to hit a consistent mid-range shot. I don't care if he attempts threes. You need a consistent jump shot in the playoffs. I don't understand. Giannis should be playing the center position. There's no big man in today's game. Okay, the one, Holiday's decision making is one thing, but if Giannis does not, if he tries to play that style of play, it doesn't matter if Holiday's a good decision maker. Bucks ain't going nowhere. Bucks ain't going nowhere. So he could have decision making he wants. The superstar's got to make the adjustment. Oh, and then we got a 3-pointer hit by that was Caris LeVert, and he cuts it to 4 with a minute remaining. 115, 111, just like that. Off the inbound. What a jab step by LeVert, and then takes a step back off the pump fake on Claxton. What a tough shot, but he was able to knock it down. The thing is, even with Chris Middleton, all right, so we got a foul. Oh, that foul was off the ball. That's why. Yeah, I mean, Malcolm, you was hugging the dude, man. So that's 116, 111, and they get the ball. So Brooklyn up by 5, 116, 111. All right, Jeff Green with the ball, gives it over to James Harden. We got 45 seconds remaining. They are up 6. Harden with the jab. Harden with the dribble. Tries to go around. Harden tries to lob it up, and he scores it at the buzzer to give the Brooklyn Nets a 7-point lead with 35 seconds remaining. Big-time basket by James Harden. That could be the dagger. Timeout, Indiana. Jay says Giannis needs to be a center, period. Let Holiday and Middleton be your playmakers. I've already talked about this. You know what, though? I'm really iffy on Chris Middleton because now my question is going to have to be, does he really have to be a playmaker or does he have to be a secondary option? Because we know he's not a number 2. I'm just thinking about that. Chris Middleton has got to be consistent and score some points. The playmaking should be on the job of Jrue Holiday. I don't even think Middleton should be even trying to be a playmaker. Nope. Giannis is to me, Giannis, like I said, man, the MVP is about regular season. Now, it's different if they had a playoff MVP award. That's different. All right, Malcolm Brogdon inbounds the ball, 118, 111. Caris LeVert with the hesitation, decides to pull up on the left, shoots the jump shot, knocks it down, 118, 113. Pacers looking to apply pressure, 38 seconds. Tyler Johnson gets free. They don't even see him. Tyler Johnson dribbles. He dribbles, and they call a foul? I didn't even see. It didn't even look like they touched him. I mean, is it too little, too late for the Indiana Pacers? We don't know. Could be. Notice that the Clippers have been quiet. I don't know who they're getting. But they themselves could use Andre Drummond. They could use it. They could use another rim protector, and they can also use a point guard. The Clippers' biggest problem also is they lack leadership. They need a playmaker, They could use another rim protector, and they lack leadership. Those are the three things they're missing. They can address those three things. The Clippers are in a better spot. And then we got a three-pointer shot by Caris LeVert, but he misses. James Harden gets fouled. It's 120 to 113, and that should just about do it, folks. So the Brooklyn Nets trail by as many as 16. They're going to come back and beat the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are continuing to fall in the standings in the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn is going to get a big win. Bucks people should have been last year. Louis J and I broke it down by possession, not quarter, not half, not game, by possession. Still applies. Harder with more consistent on-ball play. With the DJ trade, why bring him to the Bucks if you're not going to use his talents? Chris Middleton should be a cutter and shooter mostly in that order. All right, both free throws are hit. 122-113, 17 seconds remaining. Brogdon puts up the ball. Brooklyn up by 9. They're just going to let him score. 122-115. 12 and a half seconds remaining. 7-point lead for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden fouls. Passes it off to Tyler Johnson, and a foul is given by Miles Turner, who was a non-factor in this game. 122-115. Let me update the score. Make sure to hit that like button. Okay. Very true, Lewis, on all the accounts regarding the Clippers. I have no doubt. Thanks. Tyler Johnson makes a free throw, 123-115. Bucks Sixers going to overtime, says Jimmy. Yep. Both teams blew leads. That's been the problem with the Bucks as well. All right, 124-115. 8 seconds remaining. There's the bonus. Gives it over to Holiday. Shoots the three-pointer, can't hit, and that does it, ladies and gentlemen. Brooklyn comes back from 16. They win 124-115. They are now within a half game of first place in the Eastern Conference behind the Philadelphia 76ers. So if the Sixers lose tonight to the Milwaukee Bucks, this will be a first place tie between the Sixers and the Nets. And this is with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving missing time. So you know what? Even though I question the move, at the same time, getting James Harden was actually a beneficiary because you have a third star that's able to still run the offense while you have two injured players. But see, that's the thing. Harden will be fine as long as KD and Kyrie are healthy, especially KD. If neither one of those guys are there, if both guys are missing, it's a wrap. Jay says Lowry may be their play. They need Rondo. Their style allows for Drummond and McGee too. Yeah. Korkmaz hit a 3 to send the game to overtime. Rondo would be perfect for the Clippers. I'm sorry. The Boston Celtics, they lack depth. They lack depth. And they do lack leadership too, because I say more so for the Clippers. I don't understand why they didn't try to address Rondo in free agency and try to get him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the final score, Brooklyn 124-115 in this game. And that is it, folks. So like I said, Miles Turner was a non-factor. Harden finishes with a triple-double of 40 points, 15 assists and 10 rebounds. Brogdon finishes with 24 points. Sabonis with a triple-double, 18, 11, and 11, but it didn't feel impactful. No Miles Turner. He was a non-factor in this game. Harden gets 2 steals. Nets finish at 48%. And this is with the Pacers still shooting 51% from the floor. Both teams shot terrible from 3. They made the same amount of threes. The Nets got to the line 40 times, though. That's big. And the Pacers still had 29 assists sharing the ball, but the Nets, they out-rebounded the Pacers 50-34, and they have 15 offensive rebounds to 4. Pacers did a terrible job on the glass. Miles Turner's not even a factor because he stays on the perimeter, and he did nothing. So both teams with 10 steals apiece, and both teams have the same amount of turnovers. So the rebounding and the free throw shooting helped the Nets get back into the game and then eventually take the lead. Pacers took some terrible shots down the stretch. If we look at the scoring by quarter, in the second half, the Nets outscored them 66-54. So it was a 12-point turnaround. And that was after the Nets allowed 40 points in the first quarter to the Indiana Pacers. By the way, James Harden is the first Brooklyn Net with a 40-point, 15 assist, 10 rebound game since Vince Carter. Since Vince Carter did it. I just hate to say it, man. If the Lakers don't make a move, if they don't get rim protection, Anthony Davis's injury, if he ends up getting injured, it's going to be a problem. Shout out to Teddy MLG again, guys. Like the video. Yeah, the Pacers, they like I said, they don't have a superstar. Like I said, their players have been injured. They really have no chemistry. By committee with the Pacers, getting rid of Depot was still key. Miles Turner is a non-factor versus a top-tier team. Somebody said that earlier. Okay, the Toronto Raptors, they don't have a superstar. Norm Powell scoring 40 points, that's a problem. It's good for Norman Powell, don't get me wrong. But again, what did I say about Pascal Siakam, y'all? They don't have a superstar. They're like, well, Pascal Siakam, give him time. He's gonna, it takes some time to get into that role. I told y'all that after that championship, and there was a guy by the name of Alistair. Sorry I had to call you out, but he got so upset and started saying all this nonsense to Kawhi Leonard and said, well, you're going to see that the Toronto Raptors, you're going to see that we're going to be back. We're going to win the championship. They made no big trades, and I knew it wasn't going to happen, even though they tried to trade for Paul George and Russell Westbrook to come on that team. But I knew that this was going to happen because I said, this is going to be the last time you guys win a championship until you guys get a superstar. I said that. Listen, man. They called him what? Spicy P? You already know what happened. I was kind of wrong. I mean, there's nothing spicy about him. He's pretty much mild. He's mild. How that sauce taste? Mild. It's mild. That's mild sauce. It's not hot. It's not habanero. It's just mild. All right, man. So Brooklyn wins 124-115. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put a stop to this stream. I'll be back tomorrow with the Pelicans and the Blazers. Again, guys, why don't you guys hop on in on this next one? I'm about to pull up another video. This is going to be the Diamondbacks and the Yankees. We're going to be looking at some highlights. I told y'all about Pascal all along. I told y'all, man. I told y'all. I told you that Alistair49 came in here talking all this crap, and I told him that your Raptors ain't going to be nothing without a superstar. I said this. But did they listen? No. I told you Pascal does not have the game to be a number one. I said that. He needs to play with a compliment. He's not a number one. And don't get me wrong, the Raptors, they did great. I told you that I compared that Raptors team to the 94 Bulls. I said it. That's exactly what happened. And they lost in the second round in 7 games, like it happened. I said that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to do Diamondbacks versus Yankees 2001, like I promised you guys. And then I will be doing a 2012 highlights of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. And I'm going to give my analysis on that series as well. So that's going to be coming up in a future video. Didn't forget about my wrestling. I'm going to come back. Like I said before, if Norman Powell has 43 points, that's bad. I told you before that Pascal Siakam has been outscored by Kyle Lowry. He's been outscored by Fred VanVleet. There's been moments where even Serge Ibaka has outscored him last year. Now this year, you got guys like Norman Powell. Good player. Good player. He has 43 points. So like Jay said, if he has 43 points, the Raptors are in trouble. I told y'all, ain't nothing spicy about that dude. Mild P. So anytime I see Pascal Siakam, with all due respect to Siakam, he's a good player. But I remember him talking trash to Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi Leonard left to the Clippers. You can't talk trash if you can't back it up. Mild P. There's nothing even spicy about your trash talk. Somebody put some milk on you and you decided to cool down, man. Nothing spicy about you. Mild P. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, all right, Brooklyn wins. They are half game behind first place. This is big for the Nets. And this is without Kyrie and without Kevin Durant. So, ladies and gentlemen, from the Lewis Sports Network, man, appreciate y'all coming on through. Make sure y'all pull up for the baseball coming up right now. This is Lewis Sports Network telling y'all bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching. As Ryan says, we try to get the street together, family for life. Smash a like, hit that subscribe, make sure to share. And like I always say on this channel, have a wonderful night from the basketball side. We're about to head over to the baseball side. I am gone. Take care.
Taken by Iguodala. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown.